Sorry, we got a technician on hand. We got a fucking sales guy in hand. We got the full team here, except for like.
We got a part-time porn star too.
I think we have every area of the store. We have every area of the store, bro.
We just need a P&L.
Yo,
What's a
this is episode 8. Is that mic picking up?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. Check.
operation.
This is episode 8 of the neighborhood. We got Sam Itani and Ramon Hurtado, first timers on the neighborhood. Definitely not the last time.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good, guys. Thanks for having me out tonight. And shout out to Ray, shout out to Aaron for putting hard work in this fucking podcast, because it's probably going to be the #1 podcast in the next probably 6 months.
Yeah, that's the dream. Snap, nigga, snap. My hands are sweaty.
Yeah, we all feel it, we all see it, we all hear it. So whoever's listening right now, go ahead, spread that love. Share it with your family, share it with your friends.
Hell yeah, and smoke a blunt.
And smoke a blunt.
Share it like it's HIV.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, not doing that. Shit, I can't stand Chinese niggas.
What if I had HIV and like I was like, I'm just trying to fuck as many people like to spread it? Like, what kind of human being am I?
You a fucking hoe.
There was some girl that had done that. There was a documented case where she was pissed that she had it and she just started fucking people.
So what happened to her? Because I think I remember that, but I don't remember the outcome.
I don't know what happened, but
You mean like if she get prosecuted for it or something?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's like legal precautions to take place because you're really fucking up somebody's life.
I think the law is when you're having sex before you have like you insert it inside. She's supposed to say, "Hey, I have AIDS, by the way, before you fuck me."
But I mean, if I have AIDS, I'm already like dying. Like, because if I have HIV, you feel me? Like, I'm not at that fucked up state that it's like, nigga, like if you cough on me, I'm dead. Like,
dude, it's murder.
Yeah. So
because
it is
you're like,
kind
hey,
of
can
like
I fuck you and kill you slowly for the next 60 years? That's what HIV is.
But I mean, but nowadays they say like people like with HIV could live much longer because the medication's better.
Oh hell yeah.
Low key, man. I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like that shit's been around for a minute because, like, look at how healthy Magic Johnson is.
Dude, healthy as a cow, bro.
Like, bro, when did he get HIV? What year was that? Like, it had in 80s?
I wasn't even born.
yeah.
So they been had to have, like, good medicine. It's just like, can you afford it?
It's a conspiracy.
Right?
It's not a conspiracy. It's truth.
How come I can't hear you?
Conspiracy is critical thinking. That's what it is. Can you hear me now?
You're so low.
Why am I so
Till
low?
you talk? Wait.
Drop it down to
Talk.
the flow.
Talk.
I'm talking right now. Huh? Yo, I hate that shit.
I
But
see
yeah,
right here.
conspiracy theory, I think, is like
I'm just
critical thinking. All it is just critical thinking. It's just that you're thinking all of the non-stereotypical like ways of thinking about it. That's it. So maybe AIDS have been around for a while. I feel like it was they gave it to us.
What does a while mean?
I don't know. What is it? What's time? What is time?
Time is a parallel universe.
We're the aliens, nigga.
Dude. Yeah.
Ooh.
Start this shit up right.
I don't fuck with time.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Time is never ending, I feel like deja vu is just a window of time that you experience in a past life.
It's pretty fucking crazy.
What the fuck happened to Louis C.K.?
Hold the fuck up. I want to hear
He just told you he jerked off in people's faces in the middle of his fucking show, and like part of his act, he was like,
Bitch!
He had a pre-erection, so before he went on the show, like he got it ready.
He whooped out his dick and he said, "Look, this is what a fucking ginger cock looks like, okay?" That's what the fuck he said.
Bro, look at this face. Like, come on, man. Of all people, like, he would be the person to do it. Yo, there's something up with this mic. I don't hear it so well. Check.
Plug it back in.
I didn't even hear it really disconnect. Check. Check.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
This is so quiet.
Difficult.
God damn.
Difficult.
That shit's so sensitive.
Difficult things occur over here.
No, you only talk in this one. You talk too loud.
Can you hear me now? You said Louis C.K. looks like a motherfucker that whoop out his dick. Why?
Bro, he just don't give a fuck. I mean, if you've seen any of his stand-ups, like, he just says it how it is. Like, I remember, like, one of the most, like, prolific things he said was something about, like, suicide. And he's like, I don't know why people, like, make a big deal out of it. He's like, you know, some people just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm done living, and just cop out. He's like, you don't have to live this life. No one's forcing you. And I'm like, goddamn, you're right. You hate your job, just kill yourself. Then you're out of this. It sounds crazy, but it's like, kill yourself. If you complaining that much, just fucking kill yourself, because why are you living? You're a waste of space. All you do is bitch and complain. Humans shouldn't be here in the first place. We don't even know why we're fucking here. I don't know why, like, we're not talking about someone like that. You feel me? Like, as a human species, like, nobody wonders, like, how do we even end up on this planet? I don't think we're from this planet.
We could have been seeded from another civilization. You know, that's some of the theories out there. That aliens sent off little pods, you know, which I've heard there's like plans to do that to make, kind of like keep our species going, where they're gonna send out like little mini satellites or something that have like genes, like DNA, and just all kinds of shit in there, and kind of spore life on other worlds, like wherever they'll land, and just to see what happens.
That's fucking scary, dude.
So like a million years.
So what the fuck are we? Are just a fucking germ spreading ourselves all over planets? We fucking cough from here to Mars and fucking just get everybody infected? Are we just an organism? Are we just a fucking little tiny microscopic
virus.
bug?
We a fucking virus.
We're a virus to planets, and they're trying to kill us with like hurricanes and fucking lightning and shit, and like earthquakes to fucking kill some motherfuckers because they're having too many fucking babies. Is that what's happening? Am I freaking out,
bro?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Bro, yeah. Jesus fucking Christ!
Yo, I really feel like this. I feel like we are aliens. We're not from this world. That's why we look so different from apes. You heard what I said? I said that's why I think we look so different from apes, because the thing is, we're not from here. We just appeared.
Yeah, Ramon's like conspiracy thing about alien pods, but like there was like a conspiracy about like an asteroid carrying bacteria that came to Earth, and that's how like we got here. I wasn't like, I know yours is like a little more far fetched, but
that's one more.
Is that,
what the fuck?
One more out there ones. Yeah, they think. I mean, another theory is that like we started off as like, well, what kickstarted life was that bacteria on an asteroid or some kind of spatial object crashed, and that's what kickstarted life here. Another theory, a little more out there as well, is that there were Homo sapiens and all that running around this planet, and the aliens came and crossed their DNA with ours, and that's what kind of led to modern humans that we initially used as like a slave species to help them kind of mine resources or whatever, and then they bounced and they're like, all right, you guys can fucking have this world.
Yo, I mean, not exactly, but doesn't that kind of remind you of Mass Effect? Like,
never played it.
You should play it.
Dude, any game that everyone's like, you gotta play this. I'm like, nah, fuck that game.
No, you gotta play Mass Effect.
Hey, let me tell you this. This motherfucker's stuck on Halo 3 still, okay?
Wow.
It's like, what's the best game ever made?
What's the best game ever made? Star Wars Quarter One.
Dude, Battlefield 1 or Battlefront 1 and 2 on Xbox.
They were good.
Those were good. I haven't played the new one.
Battlefront 1 was super
Call of Duty.
good.
Trash.
It's trash.
Call of Duty sucks, dude.
Call of Duty's
Get
ass.
out of here. The new ones.
Call of
the new
Duty 2
ones.
is good.
I'm not into
I
the
played
new
that
ones.
That's why they fucking said come back and play with your friends,
Yeah.
motherfucker, because they were like, God damn it, we messed up these last fucking 5 years. We fucked up.
And did you notice
Like
in the
our creators,
commercial
we
too?
fucked up.
In the commercial too, like the people are like our age or older, so they're trying to target those people that are the Modern Warfare 2 ones.
Yeah, they were like,
But
come
you're
back,
trying
nigga.
to bring them back with a World War II game, motherfucker. How stupid are you? I mean, I'd be down to play it. You feel me? But it's like, I don't fucking know. I guess they're just trying to go back to their roots. You know what I mean? Because they were a World War II game.
Seems like they woke
the
up
jump.
like after being on a bender and just like, we made a bunch of terrible decisions. What the fuck have we been doing for like this last chunk of time? And they're like, all right, let's try to solve this issue now. Because I played like Call of Duty 4. I think I played a little bit of Ghosts, and I hated. 4 was good, but like Ghosts, like I hated it. Yeah,
they like bounce back and forth between like the developers too, which was a terrible idea. Modern Warfare 2, dope.
Treyarch.
Call of Duty 4, dope. Any Treyarch was like trash.
The Treyarch games I fucked with was, but it's not a favorite by everyone, just by me, was World at War and Black Ops 1. But they weren't like the top, you know? Like, it was motherfucking Modern Warfare 2. I remember literally going into a match and that shit was like dun 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 dun. Take no prisoners, comrades. Da, 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 Boom, grenades, boom, just shit blowing up. It was like I was in war. I was like, God damn, I gotta reload. Niggas with one man army. Boom. Like everybody had like different shit that they would use to win, and then you got these fucking kids playing online, you know, the same ones that are like, I fucked your mom last night. Like the first thing they say, they're complaining like, I don't like the models, they need to nerf them, can you fix it? And they started, that was when Modern Warfare started getting fucked up, you know, when they were nerfing shit and changing it. So
the trash talk was like half the fun of the game, like talking shit to like little kids on there.
Yes.
Dude, I had a kid, there was this like 10-year-old kid in Colorado that like called me out because like I was talking so much shit. I don't know if I should admit that I was picking fights with kids, but it was like in college. In college, we would just get baked and just play Halo all night. And there's this fucking kid, dude. I was talking so much trash to him. And he's like, "Come to Colorado, motherfucker! I'll be waiting with my knife. I'll stab you." And so I stopped. You know, he would like leave me like inbox like voice messages and shit, and I would respond. And then I left it alone for months. And then one day out of the blue, I just sent him a voice message, and I was like, "Hey, little kid, I'm gonna fuck your mom." And then, like, he just replies like, "Who are you? Why would you say that?" Totally forgotten about our beef. So I won.
Did you guys, anyone ever play Counter-Strike?
Yes, dude. Yo,
Counter-Strike is the shit.
Yeah, for sure. That was my first shooter game ever.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it was my last.
No, holy shit.
I just skipped every other shooting game. Like I know everything about Call of Duty and Halo. I know all the shit about it, but I just refused to play. I just stayed on that Counter-Strike grind. I had a legacy, and I just wanted to stop it there. I got really good at Counter-Strike and took over like my fucking country in Lebanon. And then I came here and I almost went pro, dude. Yeah, dude, I was a god there. And you know what my username was? It was Zib El Dib. So Arabic speakers at home right now are probably like, "Oh shit, did he just say Dick of the Bear?" Yeah, that's my username, the Dick of the Bear. But it rhymes in Arabic, so it's really funny in Arabic. So
That's a good name.
yeah. My mom's gonna kill me for talking about shit like this. I love you, Mom.
Hey, high key though, I want to get back to that alien talk.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we're aliens.
No, I think we are.
I really do. I know Ramon's hella passionate about that.
Yeah.
Ancient Aliens is like the best show on TV. I swear to God. Ancient Aliens on Netflix. Unsealed Alien Files are pretty good. Sirius is a really good documentary on Netflix as well.
Serious?
Yeah. Dr. Lawrence Green.
Should we put the link in the bio?
You should put the link in the bio, dude.
Serious, man. Nah, I do feel like aliens exist, and I do feel like one day. Okay, so like this is what I feel. I feel like aliens and angels are the same shit. Like I really do believe when these motherfuckers like, "Oh my God, these angels came down." I think one of two things: they were high as fuck, and they were like, they look like us, and then they were like, "Well, nigga, like we gotta make them look like us in books so people believe us." And so, I kid you not, right down the street over here, I swear we saw UFOs multiple times. Damn. Stop, pause, gone. Stop, pause, gone. I'm like, that's for sure not a fucking plane. Yeah. Remember that when we went down the street and we were like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Or it can be like a weapon of like the government. They're just
oh shit, conspiracy theories.
That's some X-File shit right there.
That's some X-File shit.
That's some real
that
talk.
could happen too.
That's some real fucking talk.
We're there now.
I feel like there's secrets out there. There's a bunch of secrets out there.
Right.
The man ain't trying to tell you the truth.
Right.
Ever. The man's like, "Stay down, you peasant."
Dude, tell me why. So, like the Men in Black, that whole thing, like they're real. There's only been one like documented case where they got an image of them, but anytime people start talking, they say too much. They start getting calls. They start seeing people outside their house. There's been all these random scientists that used to work at like Area 51 or all these like Vandenberg, whatever, Air Force Base. They get a little chatty and then, oh, the dude killed himself or he was found murdered or he just fucking disappears. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these are like, you know, like successful scientists that are like, they got a lot going for them. And one day, out of nowhere, like he just randomly decided to off himself. And like not just one guy, but like multiple guys in that field that started getting a little too chatty. Mm-hmm. And people will be like, "Yo, like he got visited by some guys in black suits that told him to stop talking like 2 weeks before." And then all of a sudden he just like killed himself. Like some conspiracy shit.
They trying to shut you up. I know that feeling.
Hey, all I gotta say is Watergate.
That shit exists. That shit really exists.
If a lot of people start finding out the truth, then like you'll lose a lot of your friends because like you'll be taken down. Like we're not meant to know too much. Because if you do, you'll be like killed off.
Sam says that like he escaped like from some like alien like penitentiary camp.
No, I'm from the future, and I'm here to tell you like.
Oh shit!
That
This feels like
You're
Dragon
not
Ball Z
safe.
now.
What's
like
the
future
iPhone
Chuck.
11 look like?
they skip it. They go straight to 12, man. No, yeah, I'm just saying, just gotta be careful.
We know too much. The
For real.
Men in Black are gonna visit us.
I'm
We
fucking
are
creeped out.
we are the Men in Black.
I'm fucking creeped out right now.
They're gonna knock on our door and shit.
Yo, the thing is too, like when I was in Puerto Rico, bro, I would fucking like experience some weird vibes at night because I was like outside and like underneath them in the house because it's like on how you say like stilts, right? So it would just be like pitch black at night, and that's what I liked about it because I was like in the rainforest, just out there in the countryside. So when you look up, like you could see the stars and everything, and then like when you're away from the city, you don't have like that light pollution, all that smog. So I don't know, like something from when I was looking up to the stars, I felt like I was like, how do I say, like, because I don't want to say like biblical times, excluding any religions, but like that kind of time frame that it's like, I don't have that much technology, and I felt like I was like connected with like Mother Nature and like just like my spirit, and I'm looking up at the stars and I'm like, yo, like what the fuck's out there, and I would just feel weird vibes sometimes at night. You feel me? Like someone's there.
So got this whole idea that like cities are like failed experiments, like big cities. Any major city you go to, like the crime rate's like crazy, and people just treat each other like shit, right? Like if you're in like a small town setting and you encounter the same people every day, you're gonna treat them well because you know those people. When you're in a big city, you don't feel connected to anything at times, right? So it's just like some motherfucker on the street is just another motherfucker on the street. Like he's not like John or Aaron or like somebody on a first name basis. So I think we lack connection that way. And I think we lack connection to nature, right? LA, you can't see the stars. You can't have that experience that you had in Puerto Rico where like you look up and you like realize life is bigger. Like there's something else out there. And so, yeah, man, I don't know. It's just my thoughts on cities. Like, I think they're a fucking failed experiment. We tried it. They're
failed utopias.
Exactly, yeah.
They're failed
I feel
utopias.
you. That's why motherfucking I don't want to come at niggas, but that explains why some Indian and Chinese motherfuckers that come up in the store are rude as fuck.
I can't stand Chinese niggas.
It's just another
okay?
motherfucker in the way. Move.
Let me tell you this. Look, let me address what the fuck I was saying, okay? Let me address what the fuck I was saying. I'm saying this. I can't stand fucking savagery, okay? I cannot stand motherfuckers who just say, I'm gonna step over someone else to get what the fuck I need. That's it. Get the fuck out of my way. Bitch, move. It's mine. You got iPhone 10? No, bitch. You got iPhone 10? No, bitch. You got iPhone. Bitch, you just asked the three motherfuckers who just told you the same answer. No.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the answer you
All right,
seek.
now that we're on this fucking Apple always comes in somehow. But it's
Bitch,
like,
we all work for Apple.
I just love, I know, right? We gonna get fired eventually.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. They probably wanted to fire me after today.
Bro, I love how people are like,
Guys, don't fire me.
you could lose your position, this and that. Nigga, I'm getting paid $16 an hour. Do you know how much money that is? I go to the grocery store. I got 3 beers and this shit and and a sandwich. That shit was motherfucking $18. That's already over an hour's work. So you telling me all I'm worth is 3 beers, a fuck some sushi rolls and a sandwich? That's it, nigga. Okay. Anyways.
Oh, shit.
Dude, since starting to work for like an hourly wage again, that's how I quantify everything. Like, how many hours of work is this costing me? I went to a show at the Shrine the other day. I didn't ask how much the beer was. I was just like, I'll take an IPA or whatever. Like $14. Oh, like, fuck, dude. That's like almost an hour of work after taxes. That's an hour of work pretty much. So it's just funny how like my thought process has shifted. When I was teaching and I was just making like a pretty good annual salary, I was just spending on dumb shit, dude, all the time. And now I'm just like penny pinching all the time and trying to be responsible.
Hell yeah. Dude, I dig that, bro. I'm trying to fucking save up and buy a fucking house.
Here we go.
So I can build a recording studio and make some history with Rays on, Blaze on.
Hey.
And the neighborhood because hey, because I feel safe on the show, dude. I feel safe because we can come out and talk whatever we want to talk about.
That's right.
And we have like proof of evidence that we're all here talking about truth and we mean nothing but like good for everybody out there, right? We're trying to educate people, right?
Yo, and let's talk about some truth right now, since you have like experience in this area of life. So let's talk about growing up as Muslim in America. What was that like, and how did you like grow up? How were you like? Explain to me your mindset on how you were perceived like in schools or whatnot, or if even sometimes people looked at you and they're like, this nigga's Italian, you feel me? Like he's Argentinian, because like you could pass for a lot of shit, you know, you got that little suavecito, like
I'm
I
like
love the Latin culture.
I feel like I'm like somehow like a undercover like white boy.
You Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Low key, I feel like I became a white boy when I came to the States due to the pressure of growing up as a Muslim Arab with a very bad Arabic accent, coming exactly when 9/11 was around the time, you know, like I came and I announced myself, hey guys, I'm Muslim, my name is Bassam Aitani, and then everyone's like, Bassam, Osama, Bassam, it rhymes, I think, it doesn't, we're gonna call him Osama for a couple of years, and I was called Osama, I was just called Bassama bin Laden for like, you know, 3 years of my middle school experience. Fuck all y'all haters, because you guys all ain't shit now.
Where you at, motherfucker?
Where you at now?
Who Bosama, whatever the fuck, bitch.
That's a rapper name.
They probably can't even hear this because they can't afford cell phones. But
damn.
Let's get back to track, dude. So they
probably
fucked
on
up my middle
Jitterbug.
school. And I was forced to pick up English really fast, so I just turned on TV and I just watched TV and I mimicked the accent and I fixed my tongue, and I still have a slight lisp, but I'm trying to work on that. But I mean, when I came to America, my accent was like this. It was very, very heavy.
Yeah.
My V's were B's, so it was very, very heavy. So I work at Apple store.
Yeah.
Welcome to Apple.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, those my people that come to Apple
I
store.
bark here instead of park here. So, you know, I bark. Can I bark here? It's, Arabs at home, dude, they're probably listening to this thinking like, dude, spot on, because all Arabs talk like that, dude. They just throw away so many letters.
Yo, I fuck with Arabs though in the Apple store, because like they come in, they gonna be like, listen, like if I need something, I need XYZ, can you give that to me? And if you give it to them and you treat them right, they'll treat you with respect and they'll honor that, especially like the men. Like this nigga fucking tipped me, bro. This nigga tipped me, dog. I kid you not. I look. This nigga gave me.
tip.
I know, right off record. This was at my sushi restaurant job. You know what I'm saying? But he gave me $8, dude.
Damn.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, and he just like was so low key. He's like, buddy, for you. And like he went like that. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I was like, yeah, I was like, oh, what else do you need, sir? Anything else? I was like, here, take that case in too. What? I didn't pay for that. You know how much money these niggas got? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
They fucking
I'd be
tip
like, Aaron
everywhere
added
in
on.
Lebanon.
I told that nigga, shut the fuck up. Aaron in real life was actually like, sir, you have a good day.
Hold up. Let me say this story though. I did tell a motherfucker that today. Okay, I hate when. Okay, this is the issue. Okay, let's go back to utopias. This is the issue. Disconnect. People legit don't fucking understand what it means to like actually purchase something. This lady was mad because she bought a splitter off Amazon. She said it didn't work. I said, okay, sorry, but like you paid like, I don't know what, fucking $15. I'm sorry. And she's like, yeah, can you tell me why it didn't work? I said, yeah, it's because you bought cheap Chinese shit off of fucking Amazon. Why else didn't it fucking work? She's like, oh, this shit is too expensive. Why is it so expensive? I said, because it ain't cheap Chinese shit, bitch.
But just to put that in you know,
disconnect, bro.
To argue with that.
Disconnect.
I feel you on like what she bought was not right or whatever, but cheap Chinese shit. Nigga, Apple shit is made in China
I
too.
know, nigga.
You feel me?
But get this.
Designed in
Hold up.
California.
Hey, but think about it like this. Designed,
Hey,
assembled. Those are two different
4-year-old
things.
Chinese kid, can you make this shit?
This is the thing.
That's fucked
You have
up.
so much fucking pressure from the
That's what they do,
man
though.
to perform and make sure that this fucking shit looks American, feels American, and it is American.
Well, there was a time, you feel me, when Americans could show up to the Apple store and clock in and clock out and have a motherfucking house and, you know, a damn dog and
true.
kids and shit.
I align with that.
You feel me? But here's the thing, because since everything is outsourced, like we're not making our own shit, there's those jobs that go. And the reason why they did that was to, you know, cut costs so they could have more money. So it's like you're underpaying people over there when you could have been paying your own people and just bringing everyone up. But it just, I don't know. This goes back to
Utopian
greed, bro.
society. Hey, we all going to Apple Park next year.
You can't have a utopian society.
You can't. That shit will destroy.
because you always have someone that's like, I'm better than everyone at this motherfucking table, and I deserve more.
I'm gonna say a Tom Cruise movie. Give it up to Tom Cruise, always trying to show us how utopias don't work.
Hold on, wait, we didn't finish with Sam though, dude.
Oh yeah, sorry, we on tangents.
We just
too
went
much
on a
here,
big
bro.
ass fucking
God
tangent.
damn it.
Yeah.
It's like the cul-de-sac, bro. How many times can I make it across? What do you mean across? I gotta go around in circles. Remember that when Brandon used to he couldn't cross, so he would go around in circles to try and get to us because he couldn't cross the street?
That shit was something else.
Man,
On a motherfucking
anyways.
tricycle.
Matani.
Sharma, Itani.
Oh shit! Now Sam's like,
I like
I'm
the way
bad
you said
bitches.
that, bro.
I'll be fucking around with Egyptians too much.
Dude, the Egyptians will fucking Egyptians smell. I can say that. I can say that because I'm Arab.
Break it down.
I can talk
Break
shit
it down.
about Arabs, dude.
What do they smell
shit,
like?
bro.
Hey, fuck those Arabs that come to the Apple Store, dude.
Damn.
You have to
They
probably
do.
cut
No, they
this out,
do
but-
have a distinct smell, low key though.
Yeah, I don't like.
Like
it.
it's like a cigarette and cologne kind of like.
I'm the translator at that store. Everyone comes to me. Who speaks Arabic? Sam does. I'm
Oh,
like,
shit.
fuck.
I feel you.
It's my kind, dude. Because to argue with your kind, dude, goes on for hours, dude. We talk about our history first, like where they were born, where they came from, where they're fucking raised, and then we get into like business. And then when we talk about business, we take breaks in between and talk about other shit. So I'm like, dude, you want to just invite me to some fucking tea and we can talk about this at home?
This nigga
Over
needs to
some
have.
fucking
This
shawarma?
nigga needs to have his own fucking schedule. So, Sammy Tani to have a schedule. Fucking walk in with him. It's gonna be a 2.5 hour wait. He's gonna be like, who do we have next? We got Muhammad. Then after that's
Exactly.
Muhammad. Then after that's another Muhammad.
Fucking all Muhammad's, bro.
Muhammad is the most common name in the world.
Yep.
Is
True.
it really?
It is. There's a lot of Muhammad's,
What about
man.
some Chinese shit like Shang Shuai or whatever?
Yo, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? All right, bro. We're gonna have to cut you off with this whole Chinese conversation,
I'm
dog.
fucking around.
He's
Hey,
declared war on China.
Hey, hold up.
Hashtag
Hey, that's
Shang
on
Shuai,
him, not me, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, dude. China's about to own the U.S.
Yeah.
bro,
They own this
have you
shit.
seen their movies?
They're building some good stuff for the ecosystem.
What did Gary
lately.
Vee say?
Solar-
Yeah,
solar
solar
panels
panels,
over there.
and they're planting a lot of trees, and and they're trying to clean up. They're actually putting effort to clean their ecosystem. They're like, we're fucking up shit right now, and we're gonna try to clean it
Yo,
up.
how is the United States the only country not in the fucking Paris Agreement right now?
I know, right?
Trash.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is happening?
How?
Who gave me
Yeah.
this fucking ball, dude?
Look what happened. Look what happened. dog.
I have a 6-pack because I'm fucking doing crunches while I'm doing this podcast.
Keeping that core active.
Hell
a lot of
yeah.
people have bad posture. Now I feel you on that though, of Ramon. Our country's in a fucked up state right now, dude. Look at how many people are graduating from college and they don't do shit. You feel? I was like, not that we can't do shit, but like I just talked to one of my friends
College
that
is a waste
I
of time.
graduated with, and he was like, "Hey man, like I just got a job, so I'm actually gonna have a steady income." So, cause like he does like music shit too. Cause I was like, "Bro, you're fucking talented." Like he'll play guitar and shit. I'm like. You know, like if you could send me like a fucking piece of your shit, like I could lay a beat to that shit and make a song out of it. But yeah, it's like, yo, all of us are fucking struggling trying to get jobs, you feel me? Fucking underemployed and shit. Niggas come over here, oh, why you work here? Why don't you want to work over there? And then there's like that struggle that it's like,
Disconnect.
I'm not trying to go like the corporate route necessarily, because a lot of us are like, I don't fuck with that shit. Yeah, you could get paid this and that, but I see how my parents turned out, and nigga, I am not trying to have that end point. I saw the end of that game. I said, let me do a new one. Let me pick a different, let me be a hybrid class this time or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, dude. I think there's a big pressure growing up with a lot of people and their parents. Like, our parents make money, and then like they give us that, like they're role models, and we want to make just as much money as they did. And then like we focus a lot about making money and making money so much that we fucking work so much and we forget about like the present,
Living.
and, like living in the moment. You know what I mean?
Living
Like
for
we
the present, R.I.P.
Yeah, we're always looking forward to the future, and we're always depressed about our past, but
my God.
we're never like here right now. Like, dude, this is fucking happening.
Never here in the now. And that's when a nigga says, damn, that's when a nigga says, oh my God, I'm 80. It flew by so fast. Have you ever noticed that? Because people who
Exactly.
actually accomplish shit, I never seen fucking Quincy Jones be like, I don't know how old that nigga is, but he's like, oh, I'm this age. Like, no, because they did what they wanted to do. You feel me? Like, there shouldn't be any regret when you're that age. Otherwise, you fucked up.
Real quick, shout out to Rashida Jones. If you're watching this, that's Quincy Jones' daughter, for those who don't know.
It's crazy.
Fuck yeah, dude. Time is weird. I feel like it's speeding up at this age. I don't know if you guys feel that. Where it's just like,
Yeah, I do feel it, man.
it's weird.
Do you feel like we're speeding up because we're being forced on this ideology? Because we're all minority here, bro. We all heard the same fucking story, bro. Like, so do you think time's speeding up, or do you think it's like we're realizing it?
Perception.
I think he's getting wiser and like smarter by the day. And because he's aware of all the shit that's happening on a daily basis and stuff that we were like completely, we had no idea that was happening when we were children. So like now that we're like, oh shit, this is how the world is working. The older we get, the faster it's gonna go because we're just gonna keep learning and new things. And the more we're learning, the more we're occupied. So like
That's true. I see that.
it's gonna go by faster because we're constantly learning from everybody, and then you're gonna hit a plateau, which is actualization when we're just like we've seen it all, and then you'll finally become wise and you can give people wisdom. Otherwise you can't.
Fucking Sam came out like the hermit there, bro. You know when they showed the hermits and they're in their shells and shit and they just look like old man and then they take that shit off and they're like, actually I could stand the whole entire fucking time. I was just trying to see how wise you were to discover the answers.
Yeah, but low key, like not everybody gets there. You feel me? Like that is a possibility, but some people get stuck. On one of the 5 stages or whatever it's called, right? In Maslow's social hierarchical needs.
Yeah, real quick, can I just kind of back up and just touch up on the topic of education right now? We mentioned college.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, like growing up, it's always like go to college, and that's like the answer to your problems. And I think where education has failed in this country for a long time is just telling people like you just need to get to this point and you're good, right? Like that's the impression I always had when I was like coming up, like just go to college and you're good. And then the shift that I see now where I think we're improving is like project-based stuff, right? Because it's not really about, it's about what you know, but it's also about what you can do with it, right? Like think about like all the guys that never went to college and just started coding in their fucking garages, right? The company we work for, right? They were college dropouts and shit like that, right? And it's like they took the knowledge, but also like decided that they needed to apply it and not just learn and get like a PhD or whatever. They said, fuck it, I'm going to do something with what I know. And, having worked in education fairly recently, I see that like a lot of schools are shifting towards that now. And I think that's like a sign that the times are changing and it is getting better, where it's not like just get to college. It's like, get there, but do some shit along the way. Like find your passion, do something within that field. So when you get, when you're done with college and you're looking for jobs or looking for someone to work, you can actually apply those skills.
Damn.
Preach.
Yo, teachers need to get paid more as well.
Yeah.
That shit.
Hey, fucking facts. Let me just say fucking facts. I really appreciate you saying that because I fucking can't stand when people say, oh, teachers ain't shit, they ain't teaching, they ain't this. I feel like it's a duality thing. It's you guys stupid motherfuckers who shouldn't be having kids, who can't even fucking teach their kids how to fucking be adults and how to actually respect others. And then you have teachers who are struggling, who are like, I can't fucking compete against this goddamn iPhone. They just want to see fucking dick pics and fucking pussy and fucking whatever's on Snapchat and shit. And they're like, I can't even distract them. That's why I say shout out to Mr. Estabrook, man, always fucking changing up the game when I was in school. But yeah, teachers do need to get paid more, man. Like I don't know, we just have a failed system who doesn't want people to become woke, who don't want people to actually fucking learn and understand how to apply. Because think about it, all the institutions that we're in, it's not about applying, it's about, hey, you're the next number on the conveyor belt, just make sure you choose a pathway because you're expected to go make some money, maybe get a house if you're lucky, maybe be in a marriage and not get divorced if you're lucky, and then maybe when you die you can afford your funeral. That's exactly what it is.
Dude, I think we're missing a point. I think we're all teachers, and I think we shouldn't rely on one person to be a professor and a teacher to teach the world, and we're so limited that way. But if we all feel like we can teach someone else something, and obviously we have to be the same way. Like we have to be willing to accept like feedback and grow. So like I think we can all fucking teach people shit through music, through art, and through our passion. Right?
We need to go back to mentorship, apprenticeship.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
why
mean?
we're doing this.
That's why we're doing this.
That's why we're here.
Oh shit!
Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh my god!
Dude.
That's why we're doing this. Yeah.
Thank you. Let's talk about authenticity.
What about authenticity? It's very important.
Yeah,
The three
neighborhood's
A's.
gonna be dope.
Yeah. No, but it is important, bro, because who doesn't like someone that's authentic? That's where the handshake came from. The handshake was all about trust. You know what I mean? I'm going to shake you with my right hand so you don't stab me, motherfucker. Give me the word that we cool right now at the moment. I might kill you, after this agreement, but
Right. Or you
as
might
of
have
right
already
now,
killed me with
we
the water
chill.
you put, the poison you put in
With
my
that.
water.
It was from
Yeah.
the AIDS 6 months ago.
Right.
Slowly killing me right now.
No. Hey, yo, Charlie.
Slowly
Joke
killing
comes
me.
back around.
I dropped
Oh,
the water.
Yeah, man. That shit's crazy. Yo, how do you guys feel about Veterans Day?
You said what?
How do you feel about Veterans Day? How's that make you feel, like, inside?
I think we need to respect veterans more. I think we need to be very thankful for. Okay, so look, this is what I hate. I hate when people say, "Oh, this land ain't free. This land ain't really free." Yeah, no fucking shit. But we're more free than a lot of other fucking places, and I just feel like veterans get disrespected. I mean, I think. I don't know. People just need to have more respect. Like, nigga, would you go out there and fight for fucking 350 million people that you don't fucking know? Probably not. A lot of motherfuckers won't do that. So it's like, I salute those who actually go out there and do the task that we would fucking not be able to do. However, it is a fucking rich man's game that we're in.
There's a brief moment in time, I think, where like I consider the military, speaking about like the whole rich man's game thing. But then I thought about it, and I respect the soldiers. Like you said, they go out there and do the things that we're not brave enough to do. But at the end of the day, it's not the soldiers generally making the decisions. It's the politicians and those guys that are like pulling all the strings. So it's kind of hard, like I again support them and what they have to do, but it's hard to always support the decisions that they're being forced to carry out.
Agreed.
But as far as the veterans, dude, all the respect to them. Like got military in the family, and it's like I didn't have the courage to do that stuff, and thankful somebody has the balls to do it and get out there.
Yep, 100%. I feel you. You don't agree with the institution, but you honor the individuals inside of the institution.
Same,
Nah,
yeah. Like, it takes a lot for them to, like, not actually... Some of them probably don't, for sure, like, believe in what they're doing, like, what they're fighting for, but they're just doing it for, like, the better of our country.
I think they're all so educated and they know so much. Yeah. And they're just... I think that's what hurts me as a human, to see these people go and fight for something. They're like, what the fuck did we do to deserve this? Why can't we be at home? And that's what bothers me the most. Because imagine us being forced to go fight for something that we have no idea what we're fighting for.
Who knows? Maybe these are the individuals who didn't fit in the system, and they were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna choose this route because I don't fit in the system." It's like we need to give alternative routes to everybody. I feel like we would be so much better if we just said, "Hey, let's stop fucking creating slaves." Like that's what we're literally doing.
Yeah.
Like I legit feel like this tech fucking crazy bullshit. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. I just fucking got called the other day by a recruiting company that was like, "Hey, we saw that you have some marketing skill, blah, 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 blah." Anyways, long story short, I said, "What's the position for?" And they were like, "IT." I said, "Are you a fucking dumb motherfucker? You just highlighted the fact that I did marketing and I worked for this company and you're hiring me for IT. That don't make any goddamn sense. You basically said, nigga, you worked for a tech company, but you didn't do IT, but I could fit you in this role." Like, we're not fucking looking at the bigger picture and saying, "Hey, this person is an individual. They might not fit in this group, but let's try and maybe create something for them, or like put them in another area so they can figure it out." It's like, nah, if you don't fit over here, then it's all black and white. Like it's either you're here or you're not here. And I feel like military people just need to be given other opportunities as well. Mm-hmm. However, nigga, free college does sound good too. Shit.
Were you in the military, Aaron? All right.
I fought for the Later Clan all 3 years of high school and college, TBK in the first 2 years. So I fought many battles, okay? Not trying to take it away, but there was some hard shits, Especially when we try to get into game battles, man. That shit was difficult.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay? Fucking hard scoping motherfuckers.
Damn. Dude, there you have it, folks. You guys heard it from Aaron. Oh shit!
Shit, dick.
And I just want to getting back to the whole idea of warfare. Warfare is a fucking weird thing, dude. Like, if you think about joining the military, it's like I feel like you can never come back the same person, because it seems like, from my impression of it, of course, right? It seems like you have to, in order to survive, that's, you know, your ultimate goal is you want to make it out alive. You have to like dehumanize. Yeah. You have to dehumanize the shit out of your enemy, right? Because if you hesitate for a second, if you see that person at the end of your scope as a human being for like 1 second, that's the split second that they could take your life kind of thing. Whereas, you know, I see, again, go on comment threads and shit on YouTube where like a lot of these like really like nationalist people, and they're like, you know, fuck anybody of any other color kind of thing. And it's just like, that's where like nationalism doesn't really sit right with me, because of that whole thing where it's like, look after like me and mine and like fuck everyone else on the outside. And I think, you know, that is, unfortunately, that's, if you go into warfare, that is the way you survive though. You have to say, these are the people wearing my colors and like, we're good, but anybody else, like for a split second, like you can't hesitate at all and like to take a life. And it's just, I think it's hard to come back from that. And like, that's why there's a lot of issues, I think, with veterans reassimilating into society, PTSD and all that stuff. And I feel like, as far as like the way this country's being run, I feel like that's somewhere where our tax dollars should go, instead of like, hey, let's go blow more shit and like fuck more shit up over there. Like, hey, how about like all the people that are coming back and like their minds are like not right? Like, yeah, let's help them out. Let's fix up our home before we go like fuck up someone else's home. You know what I mean? Or try to fix their home by bombing it and then kind of bouncing.
So let me ask you this, Sam, because I know you worked with some people. Did you ever work with any PTSD patients?
Yeah. I did a lot of people don't know, but I did therapy before working for Apple, and then after I did therapy, I just did pure music for like 2 years straight. But the therapy part was hard for me, just because I absorbed a lot of people's energy and disabilities all day. So I became somehow like affected by that emotionally, because it just 5 years of it was just like really like hard. So I stopped, and that's why I stopped, and I'm working.
It got in too deep.
Yeah, it got too deep, and you just like, if you don't give a fuck about people or humans, then this won't affect you. Then all these people working as psychiatrists, those guys are all fucking evil geniuses, because they don't care. Because they don't care. They're smart. They made it there, but they don't care about the person. Then they have to not care. So like, if you can disconnect yourself from that and not giving a shit about a human, dude, that's where it is right now. That's what happened to me. Yeah. I even saw myself drifting towards like, just another autistic kid, just another guy with schizophrenia. He's, you know, whatever, medication, get him down, get him out. You know, like it got to that point, and I was like, oh no, I'm becoming that guy, and I got afraid for myself, because I stopped feeling, and to stop feeling is the worst thing you can have in the world.
Feel that.
We should legalize weed so we can help all these people with PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Hell fucking
Let's all
yes.
get high. That's it.
Feel the vibe. Let's get high.
Yo, what if a Vietnam vet just ate like a strong ass edible and he started like getting hella paranoid?
Did
Like,
you say Vietnam?
Yeah, Vietnam vet.
Oh,
like
shit.
an old ass nigga.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
and he starts getting motherfucking like paranoid. I just wondered like what that would be like. You feel me?
It'd be intense.
It would be intense
Yeah.
as fuck.
You have to play it out with them. You can't stop him. You have to play it out with them, and you have to go into the scene, and you have to fucking become his comrade and follow along if you can, and he'll slowly calm down. When he calms down, he'll understand that, you know, all of that was hallucinatory. So you gotta ride the wave, and it's a crazy ass ride, bro. Because nothing is happening. You're just like, oh shit, really? There's a grenade coming at us? Fuck! And you're running, but it's not really there. So imagine like you're and this guy is with you, and you're like, all right, let's do it. Like you start losing your shit. You know what I mean? So
Sam starts seeing shit. Oh shit! Yo, but what if you started like actually like entering another dimension with this nigga that he had the ability to like go into, and you're like, bro, you fucking like I told you before, bro, you insane. You can't see shit. And then now, you know, you get crazy because you actually unlocking this motherfucking Jedi ability. Oh shit! It's the devil! That nigga standing right there. I thought it was Louis C.K. What the fuck? I didn't know the devil was Louis C.K. Yeah, over here jerking his dick off.
Oh shit.
Hey, Louis, if you're out there listening, I forgive you for what you did, man.
Bro, what why, how you just start jerking your dick off like literally in front of a crowd, like, all right guys, you ready? Like, and they're like, you're from like the up down position, so they can see like your balls like underneath and like all that shit.
It was a crowd?
Who
Just one
knows?
person
Who
knows it.
has the facts here?
Oh,
I just
Ramon?
I read
Ramon?
I loved it.
Hey, high key. That's called a not giving a fuck nigga moment. That's it. Okay, because I legit
not give
let
no
me tell you
fucks.
this.
And the fact that
I
he was
remember-
like, "Yep,
Bro,
I did it."
yeah.
I think Louis C.K. gets high as fuck. I think he gets high as fuck at his shows and he just doesn't care. Because I've been in the
think a
store,
lot
bro,
of
and I put my hand
comedians do.
in my pants and I'm just grabbing my shit, getting wild, and I'm just like, yo, shit, I'm in public, dog. You can't be doing this shit.
You know what? I think when you hit a level of popularity like that, I think you got to do some bizarre shit to re-get on top of the fucking list of the
I
stars.
agree with
the
that.
celebrity
I agree with that.
status,
Yo,
dude.
to get because you need an attention getter.
Yes. You fucking see it.
That's why all these celebrities do antics. You feel me? Like crazy shit.
They're always doing some crazy shit.
Justin Bieber peed on some people. What the fuck? Justin Bieber just dropped an album. Oh shit. You feel me? Like that's how I'll be playing
need to
like
keep
some
their name
antics
out there.
and then
Timing.
Same timing.
Yeah. Crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
Real quick, I just want to talk about consequences.
Consequences. Big.
What are the consequences of like, especially with like celebrities and like all these actions? Because I feel like there's people that get hired to do stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, like 5 years ago, like didn't that guy have some like controversial thing where everyone's like, yeah, like fuck that guy. Like, can't really think of anyone off the top of my head, you know. But like, think of all these people that are like shit's happening to them right now. Some of them, maybe not like Weinstein and like those guys, because like everyone's like, yeah, fuck those guys. Chris Brown, there we go. Somebody like Chris Brown, right? Now he's in the good graces of everyone again. He'll be like on morning shows and shit.
He's like, he don't know Weinstein.
Yeah.
He's like, nope.
And it's just like, you know, like a couple years ago, he was like a piece of shit. Everyone hated him, but now it's like, oh, he's good again. Like artists will collab with him and stuff like that. And even like somebody like Justin Bieber, where he'll do all these shitty things, and then like he'll come out and be like, oh, I'm sorry, and then it's like, oh, it's fine.
Money and power will buy anything.
Yeah. Is that record gonna sell?
There are no consequences. It might feel the only consequence they suffer is just us like talking shit online.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Chris Brown, you're nasty.
Yeah.
He's just like he has all his notifications
hate myself.
off. He doesn't even
Yeah, you
he
can do
doesn't
that
even
too.
see them. He's just
Yeah.
like chilling in his mansion with his fucking millions of dollars
Fuck
he's
that.
made. So he's chilling. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take a 5-year vacation. I'm gonna fucking do something crazy. I'm gonna rape Rihanna. Is that what he did? He raped Rihanna.
He beat her.
Oh, he punched her.
Did
My
he
bad,
rape
Chris.
her?
I didn't know. I
Shit.
didn't read the story. I really don't care about it. Is what I'm trying to say, Chris.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm forced to learn about this bullshit because it's hit mainstream media because of your bullshit. So clean up your shit and just do music and persuade people to do good shit and spread that positive love and get your shit out of the fucking gutter, dude. Right? That's real talk. We're giving them advice. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
I think part of it too is like when there are no consequences like that, when you're kind of like above the system, when you're a celebrity and you can pay your way out of shit, or like you'll get a slap on the wrist,
Yeah.
you know, do community service or whatever.
Fuck
for
that.
shit where like one of us, if we did it, we would go to like jail or something like that for a while. But if they do it, it's just like, all right, do some community service
For
and, like,
life.
and you're set.
We do stuff for life, and they're just gonna.
Yo, I'm gonna give some food for thought. You said about consequences, because like this isn't my thought. This is Dave Chappelle's thought. He said it in a joke, and I think it low key like went under some people's like fucking, I don't know, scouters, whatever the heck. Oh, it's over 9,000. Like this,
9,000.
yeah. The fucking he was basically talking about. He was alluding to abortion, and he was saying something like, he said, "Are you pro-choice or are you like pro no consequences?" And I was like, okay, like that's interesting to think of, because obviously not everyone who gets an abortion was like, you know, I know some cases like someone might get raped and they want to do an abortion, but let's say like me and my partner have sex and then it's like, you know, she ends up getting pregnant and then I'm like, no, just abort the fucking kid. You feel me? Like we have that choice today, but back then, like think about like, I don't know how many years ago, whatever, you know, we could even think when our parents were growing up. Well, they could have done that when they were growing up. But before that, right, it's like if you had a child at an early age, you kind of had to deal with that and you had to hopefully grow in a better way as a person. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just one of those people that I feel like everything in your life like happens for a reason, whether it's fucked up or good. Like, that's just your life. That's your story. You know what I mean? Like, you play any video game or whatever, like, every character has a story. Sometimes this nigga dies, and then this one lives to the longest, but everyone has a different story. I don't know. But I just thought that was interesting to add what you said, like, about consequences. Because, yeah, the kids need to be shown the right, get consequences as well. Because a lot of kids who grow up to be fucking dick people didn't get consequences, the proper consequences when they were little.
And talking about consequences, I just walked in, but talking about consequences, I mean, I hope I don't go the wrong way with this. It sounds like kids, people, consequences, learning, like you essentially, I don't know, like you have to learn consequences. You got to learn when you fall and you scrape your leg, you never want to fucking do that again. When you go and grab the stove and you burn the fuck out of your hand, you're like, I don't want to do that again. But if you're stopped from learning those things, it's like, hey, at what point are you actually not growing anymore?
That's the problem, because then you'll learn at a late age if you don't learn from your mistakes.
I agree with that, because it's like
You'll be 30 or 40 and you're like, what? I've never done something like this before.
Or you'll be like 80 and be like, what did I do with my life?
Yeah.
Because it's past, present, and future, dude. You need to be able to experience all these things, relate to the past, live in the present, understand what could happen.
Right.
What shoulda, coulda, woulda, been
Yeah. Dude.
nigga shit.
I think it like privilege also comes into play, right? Like life is never going to be fair in many places, but I think there are places where it should be a little more fair, like the legal system, for instance, right? Like shit like that, like when you don't have the consequences. Like there's that whole, I guess, like Bernie Madoff, that whole scandal where back in the day, like they're just started paying people out right now for however he fucked them over with their money. And I'm like, guys like that, they end up going to like what they call Club Fed or whatever, like those federal prisons that are like, it's a bunch of like white collar criminals, just like minimal security, just pretty much chilling. Like, oh, sorry, you can't go back to your mansion, but like here's like this okay room for you, versus like sending them to like fucking LA County lockup. Wow. I would love to see like a white collar dude get in there and just like, all right, man, this is what it's like for the average citizen when they fuck up. This is what it's like for you now.
Martha Stewart learned because she was treated like a nigga, bro. I'm being serious. Look, when they say equal opportunity, right? They say, okay, look,
That's why she cool
you
with
a
Snoop,
white
dog.
man, but if you're a
She
woman,
OG.
yeah, I can't. Yeah, I know. You're gonna have to suffer a little
that's
bit.
crazy how in prison, like they even have like a social hierarchy right there with that story that you said. It just makes me see like, damn, like, oh, you better than them because your money. Everything is tied around money, the numbers, what you said. Money, you need money, you need money. It's like, oh, you be secure, man, fuck money, man. You feel me? Like,
money was used to control people.
but what are you gonna do, right? In this economic system, how do you stop that?
Sometimes when I see, go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, as much as we hate money and I hate money, it's just like we evolved to like need it, and we're so sophisticated right now, and it's something that was needed to control the population, society, and differentiate classes, and otherwise we'll just be running around stealing and eating other people's shit. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Without money, will we be peaceful? Will we be harmonious together, or are we? I don't know.
If we from the same tribe.
Yeah, because that's what would happen without money. We'd be forced to work with each other more than just paying each other. Because I think money puts like a barrier between us. Like we're working for Apple, but there's always a money barrier, right? We're always like, hey, how much money am I making though? Right? We're always thinking like, oh yeah, I want to grow, I want to learn, I want to be a good person. But we're all like, yo, we want to make some money. Like we want to always make more money, right? Yeah. That barrier there, like if that wasn't there, I think like we, as a society. Or as a race, like we'd be fucking amazing.
It's like chasing that fucking carrot tied to the stick. Like especially, I don't know. Like right now, I have the mindset. I'm like, if I ever made $1 million, I'd be happy, and like that would be a good lifestyle to sustain. Like, I wouldn't be like living the millionaire lifestyle, but shit, I'd have like an average house and be able to like sustain that.
Yep.
But it seems like when people get there, obviously never having. I don't know if you guys know, but I've never made $1 million. So just want to put that out there. But never having, but you see like people that get there and then they just
you look like you've made $1 million though.
I may be a secret millionaire.
Right.
But yeah, like people
Nigga,
get
I
there.
never even made 20,000. You feel me? Shit.
Nah, but you have a point.
I live that hood nigga life.
Hey, by the way,
in a good house.
And it's like I think capitalism has good aspects. Like I'm always like torn between like socialism and capitalism, right? Where people are like, oh, fucking socialist and communism, and they think it's like this terrible idea. I'm like, if it was put into practice in like a good way where it's functioning, I think it would be great. Like a lot of countries in Europe are very like they're based on like socialism, higher tax rates and stuff like that. But you go like Norway and like their people are taken care of. Like you go to school, you got your healthcare and all that.
Yeah, motherfuckers ain't walking around with goddamn Louis Vuitton purses, bro, holding they fucking stupid ass dog. That's why.
Yeah.
Motherfucking consumerism, bro, is driving that shit through the roof. It's like, we could have socialism. We just need to consume a little bit less, okay?
Don't vote for Bernie.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Look, I'll make some sacrifices. They should give you a 10-key chart and be like, okay, you can choose 5 items which you can have consumerism in, and the other 5 you have to sacrifice in. Nigga, food is gonna be on there. So I'm like, okay, I like tech. I like food. And you know what? I like transportation. That's it. Everything else I could cut out. You know, clothing, events, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But it's like consumerism needs to fucking go. Like hyper consumerism. I don't even mean like a little bit. Like we can, because let's be honest. Sometimes you want things around you to like, oh, I want to feel happy. But then again, if you work closer with your mans, you wouldn't need things around you to fucking, you know. Yeah. That's the whole fucking thing. It's like, oh, I'm going to consume less, but then I lose my happiness and I'm not as happy. Oh, but if I spend $800, I'm fucking happy again. It's instant gratification, man.
But what are they going to think of
Just want my dick suck every fucking 15 minutes.
What the fuck?
Wait, did you just end that with your dick getting sucked every 15 minutes? How the fuck are we supposed to
I
top
don't want
any
you
of
in my
this?
society. Are we gonna all be friends, live together? Hell no. This nigga gonna get my wife and just grab her head and shove it in his dick. Suck it, bitch. Like, no.
Yeah, touching on like socialism, like one of the easiest ways to get like universal healthcare is like ending the troops in the Middle East, bringing them back. Like there's much wasted money.
So much
there.
money.
It's insane how much money we spend over there.
So much fucking money. Yeah. Too much money.
Nigga, we want oil. Mm-hmm. Another thing. Mm-hmm. That's consumerism right there. We want cars.
Oil and control and leverage. You want leverage. So for future disasters, you can pull triggers and pull, hidden strings and connections. And it's like that worldwide with every place in the world.
Okay, I want to say, I kind of get, as far as, America as a country, I kind of get what we're doing, but I think there's shit we could be doing better. I get why you want to be the biggest dude on the block, because nobody's going to want to fuck with you, right? But at the same time, I feel like it gets to a certain point where it's we have so many fucking nukes, Russia has so many nukes, we're not going to fucking fight each other, at least not with nukes, right? As far as the military, I think at this point, like Barbee said, we should bring them back so we can put that money towards infrastructure and fixing our country
and making jobs
and building a goddamn wall
and fixing the fucking
yeah. And we can make jobs by what you just said all in one. How you said building up the infrastructure and whatnot. There's already jobs right there for whatever the fuck you gotta do there.
I like to see them actually build a wall to see what happens. It's gonna be a joke how many people still keep coming over and they're like, oh fuck guys,
dude, it's gonna be
I really
Attack
thought
on
that shit was
Titans.
gonna
Hey,
work.
real talk though, we're gonna need a goddamn wall with this fucking coastline, okay? Shit. We're losing land every fucking day in these motherfuckers. Drain the swamp. Bitch, you guys almost ended underwater again. Motherfuckers, you idiots. You were so fucking stupid. Yeah, drain the swamp. We need more land. Bitch, fuck out of here. Now they're like, oh, did you fucking know that every fucking day at the beach they bring sand from the Middle East? They bring sand. They bring sand to fill our fucking coastlines. Bro, that's the reason why that shit's so expensive. They're like, nigga, we just brought in this fucking 40,000 pound tanker right here with sand. Oh yeah, that's another $1 million house. That's another $1 million house. That's it. They keep piling fucking sand out there because they're like, yo, the coastline's disappearing, but let's make this shit look like it's not disappearing. Watch.
Yep.
Nigga, Water World and fucking this world are gonna be on fire. We got two extremes, black and white. You're gonna be on the land burning up, or you're gonna be fucking underwater, bitch.
Nah, dude.
Deserts on both sides.
Climate change isn't real, and Mexicans are rapists.
I'm gonna be
Go Trump.
Just to bounce back on that black and white part, I'm gonna be in between, floating in harmony with my long hair, just flowing, and it's gonna smell like Head and Shoulders because that's what I use. And
I'll choose Irish Spring, whatever shit that thing's called.
oh, dude, Irish Spring's amazing.
Makes your asshole smell good.
Dude, and your ball hair, right?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We just went there, ladies. By the way, we're a bunch of sexy dudes. Check out our Instagram pages. You might learn some shit or two from a bunch of fucking grown-ups.
Fucking A. Jesus. But yeah, where's harmony, man? Does that shit exist? Or do you just fall asleep and that's it, you had a good night's rest? Right? Because you don't remember the moments before you fall asleep and you don't remember the moments before you wake up. Time.
It's crazy how we spend most of our life sleeping.
Hell yeah.
So if you sleep less, you live longer, guys.
Nigga, why can't we have fast charging?
Take a
No,
bunch of
it's
Adderall.
true. I mean, no, you,
faded.
I mean, they say you need 8 hours of sleep,
Yo,
but like,
that's
if
why.
you do the math,
Yo,
8
check
hours
it out.
over
Back to
the
that
years is a
time
lot
thing
of
in
years.
life.
That's like,
I mean, that's why I get high,
35
bro.
years.
Because it's like when you're fucking high, that's how I slow down the time. What the fuck? Like, nigga, like I like. I'll have like 3 hours like before work and shit. I'm like 3 hours, okay, that's a lot of time to work on music, but it's not enough time. So when I get high, that shit turned to like 6 hours in my head. You feel me?
yeah, because your brain's like working faster and harder and more creatively.
And I feel too that time feels like it goes fast.
Get it.
Elevator music.
Pause. Wait for exhalation.
As he observes.
Look like a dabbing grandma, bro.
This shit weak.
All right, I'm gonna pick it up for a second since we're on the topic of
Pick that shit up,
drugs
bro.
and getting high
Hell yeah.
and tying it into how
So,
we can fix our country. Right?
I want to
Like,
forget.
It's America's currently in a phase where like a lot of old ideals are dying out. Unfortunately, like in certain parts of the country, like the South and the Midwest, like the people whose culture is kind of dying out. I feel like they're still like implementing like their ways of thought with their youth. So, I feel like that part of the country is going to be very conservative and kind of like stuck in the past for a while. But I feel like everywhere else, it's like people are becoming woke and they're waking up and realizing things like, hey, like maybe drugs aren't that bad, certain ones, right? Like I'm
With
not
the
saying
hippies.
everyone go out and start smoking crack, but stuff like weed, like Colorado's making so much fucking money.
I want to
Yeah.
move
They
there.
can put towards their infrastructure. Like
Bro. Okay, I don't believe in
I know,
bombing
don't move, right?
anything. I don't believe in bombing anyone.
But
The South
Oh
can
my
go.
God.
what about those customers about
Yo.
asking about iPhone 10?
Yo, the South can go. I'm sorry, but like, I just feel like in the South it's just so backwards. Motherfuckers don't want to grow. They're like, nigga,
Yo.
I like being fucking out
Cool.
here, sunburnt, getting cancer, and just sitting here having my fucking cigarette with my sweet tea. Okay, I don't want to fucking change
I
nothing.
think we should go the other route, though. I think what Ramon's trying to say is that we're the hippies. No, I feel like we're the hippies of our generation. Because
Oh,
like
yeah,
when the
for
hippies
sure.
came out, like
But we
around
have an
like
issue.
Vietnam time, they said, dude, fuck the system. This shit ain't working. That's why everything that's happening is fucked up.
But
you
the-
guys are taking out fucking our leadership. Anyone that's trying to make a good change, you getting rid of them.
I'm looking at it as a whole, though.
What do you
as a
mean?
whole, in order for us to change, bro. I mean, just look at what happened with his presidency. I'm not gonna go politics with this shit, but I'm saying is the reason why we can't fucking get to that point is because too many motherfuckers are staying in the past and not living in the present and saying, hey, by the way, look at this table. We're all different colors. It don't fucking
Yeah.
matter no more. Like, y'all need to
We-
throw
we
that
just
shit out,
started.
and we need to move forward.
We just started. This part of the movement. This is the start of the civil
Bro,
rights, nigga. This is the
this-
start of the
this
modern
is-
civil
this is-
rights.
this is
It
the
starts right
middle.
here with the neighborhood.
This is the middle, bro.
Hey,
I'm
they used to have
serious.
meetings, you know what I mean? Like in the fucking like MLK days, they were in the house together. We in the house, but we broadcasted on the internet. It's gonna be like Magic School Bus. They're like, oh my god, it's the neighborhood. We're gonna march
fuck the
together. Let's make a
revamp.
change.
Hey, the neighborhood. We got
And then the men in black are gonna come
we
get
got a
us.
little surprise coming for you soon. Just to let you know. Just a little secret. Just wait. Coming soon.
Huh?
This holiday.
Yo,
Just
but
wait.
But I feel like we
gonna have
we gotta
Hell
bring
yeah.
change by all plugging into the internet. Everyone, whatever the fuck they doing, they have to plug into the internet, and the internet should be just a hub for motherfucking knowledge. Like when we were talking about school and
It's like the
mentorship and all that,
holocrons, bro.
nigga, you don't need to go to school. Just get your login information and sit in front of that motherfucking computer and learn. I want to learn how to play piano. I can't afford class. Yes, you can, nigga. YouTube, it's free. Just watch a video. Watch a nigga play. Bro, I watch. You feel me? You know how I learned how to make beats? I learned how to do all that music shit on my own, dude, but not on my own. I would be on YouTube and I would watch people like fucking Zaytoven make a beat, and I would watch how he would do it, and he's just like jamming out. He's like, dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 boom 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 boom. And he's just hitting that shit. Boom boom. I was like, oh shit! I'm catching a vibe with dun 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 dun. And he's throwing the flute. I was like, oh shit! So essentially, that's how we learn in real life too. But you're just watching through a fucking screen. You feel me? They have videos. Oh, how to put a condom on a banana. Like, you feel me? Like niggas be like, you could learn anything. You feel me?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
You
So
could be a
it's
fucking
like,
doctor if you wanted to.
yeah.
I mean, you can technically learn everything a doctor learns on the internet, and you can be a doctor, and literally tell people you're a doctor because of the amount of knowledge you can learn on the internet if you use it rightly.
Yeah, there's classes I've had where I've learned more, like researching going on YouTube, like for math or for like computer science, like more than the professor's teaching me. So like,
because you have your own creative way of learning, right?
Exactly. There's like, it's a huge resource. Like, there's so much on there now that it's insane.
Yeah. I think we all have different ways of learning for sure.
Hell yeah.
And when you all structure us in like one little corner and say, look at this, 7-year-old lady that hates her life trying to teach us, I think we get fucked.
Bro, you know how you learn about pussy? You gotta touch that shit. Okay? You can't learn about that shit from fucking watching videos and just
Dude, every time
reading and shit. That's what I'm saying,
But
okay?
you had to watch porn before you fucked, right? I think we all watch porn
For
before
sure,
we fuck.
for sure. But you don't learn how to fuck from porn, okay? Because you can't go 0 to 100 real quick.
No, you gotta watch the right niggas. 'Cause there's niggas in porn that fuck well. And that's the truth.
Hey, but
what the fuck?
It's true. It's a motherfucking art form. It's like how Ronaldo motherfucking play. You feel me? It's how Kobe play. It's a skill.
Goats.
it is goats.
Yeah.
Does anyone like midget porn?
Nah, no midget porn. No, I'm good on that.
Why you discriminating?
That's fucked up, dude. What the hell?
It's
You
not
got
my cup
something
of tea. Look, it's not my cup of tea, okay?
Hey, it's not midget, it's dwarf, bro.
Niggas in the fucking South like watching that shit, okay? I'm a stereotype. I'm gonna go
Hey
there.
man, there's time to watch everything on RedTube and all that. You know, you gotta go
Shit.
exploring those different tabs, dude.
You gotta go in the wilds.
You have to be sexually fluid.
I want to give a shout
this
out to
water.
elf porn, but like not like Christmas elves, but like World of Warcraft like night elves. It's so hot, dude. It's so hot. Dude. They're dressed like they're in like a fantasy movie kind of thing. And they've got like the little fake ears. It's pretty hot, dude.
Elk porn.
No, elf.
Elf.
Not elf. Elf.
He
Like
said
the
elk.
like the Dalish elves, nigga.
NatGeo.com.
Do you
is
like
the
Lord
best
of the
elf
Rings?
porn.
Do you like Lord of the Rings?
Dude, I've seen 1 and 3 and like a little bit of 2. I gotta go back and watch it. They're never on TV.
Dude, I would fuck.
That's why there's a lot of people who play
unique.
World of Warcraft that make female characters even though they're dudes because they know all the other characters will buy them shit. Because you're the sexy ass elf girl running around. Check it out,
Smart.
guys. Thank me later.
Elf porn.
Just
Just
search it.
elfporn.com or what?
Sometimes you have to dig. There's all like animated ones, which I won't get into those.
What, you gotta find this from like Pornhub or something?
Dude, yeah, everywhere.
But I'm not gonna just Google search
Today,
that
no,
shit.
like on any tube site. Today, I think I was on ujiz.com.
You jizz? You jizz. Oh, like you jizz.
The
Oh,
name
shit.
makes me laugh. So that's why.
Aaron's acting like he's never heard of that before.
I've never heard of you jizz.
Aaron, shut the fuck up, bro. You swear like this nigga get with Miranda. He swear like he never watched porn in his life. I say anything. I'm like, Asakura is talented. Like, I just say that with admiration. Like I said, like, you watch fucking Kobe, like, play. You feel me? Because the way that girl suck a dick, like, holy shit, bro. She really just going in like, like, she, like, giving it her all.
Slobbering and shit.
She wants you to know, like, I'm connected with you right now. You know what I'm saying? So... Wait, where are we going with the first part of this? What are we saying? Oh, you act like you never watched that shit, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I think.
Weird.
Oh shit! I thought there was an emergency. Things.
I know. I was like, what the fuck? Is there a fire?
I got a piss like it's
I was ready to do some CPR. Hey, this is just audio, right?
Audio, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, is it locked? Hold up.
I thought there was a camera recording.
I think he was like,
Oh, just for shits and giggles.
I think
Yeah.
on Instagram Live. No?
Yeah,
sure.
I think it died or something.
It died. Yeah.
No, it's still there.
Interesante.
Let's see.
Damn.
Damn is correct. We chilling over here in South Bay, Torrance.
Dude, I just wanted to say that porn is bad for people.
Porn is bad for people.
And guys, if you're out there and you're young right now watching porn, forget
Don't do
about
it.
it, guys.
Don't do it.
Doesn't. It's not how life works, and
Don't
girls
do
don't
it.
like that. So when you're trying to have sex with the first girl you're hanging out with, don't do it like in the movie,
Don't do it.
because then you're gonna make her bleed, and she's probably gonna like think you're gonna rape her. So just don't do that.
Yeah.
Just
Make love.
make love.
Make
Let
love.
it happen, and just be vulnerable.
You come in the 1,
Let it
2.
happen.
You go like this, 8, yeah, 1, 2, 3, slow. And then you go 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. One, it's a, it's a wave. Like,
it's a
go
rhythm.
slow.
It's a wave. Yeah.
They never taught this in sex ed.
Yeah, no, motherfucker going. He's just like,
when your penis gets erect, you're ready to have sexual intercourse. Please use spermicidal lube.
No, this is what they say. Well, the best way to prevent pregnancy is what, class? Abstinence. Ain't nobody gonna be abstinent.
Right.
Bro.
What's that?
It's
when you don't have sex at all. Why? Because it's bad. It's the best thing in the world, but just don't do it.
Like, oh, okay.
All right. Well, I think we want to do it. No, you'll
Bro,
have babies. But
I would tell.
That's the worst way of teaching them.
Yeah, I think the best way is to be like, look, that thing right there, you're going to want to put it inside one of those girls or maybe a guy. I don't know what you like nowadays. You feel me? Yeah. Niggas are switching and everything. So
sure.
you just let me know what team you
want.
want.
Depends on the day on the week.
Yeah, just, all right, whatever team you want, nigga, you go fuck somebody. So
as long as you're making love,
bro,
right?
they need to get a starter pack, like a lube and like a condom or whatever, birth control, and be like, hey, you could use this. Like, here are some tools. Like, provide it for free. You feel me?
For sure.
And if you don't use it, then you don't use it. But if you use it, then at least you're prepared.
Yep.
So you can't say, because some people, bro, they get in fucked up situation. Oh, I was afraid someone's gonna say this, or I was gonna do that, or my mom. I feel the same way with the alcohol.
Yep.
There's Europeans that literally like, they don't have the same drinking culture as us, where like in America we're young, so we're like hiding and shit, and we're like, we gotta get fucked up, so we binge drink instead of just like tonight I had my dinner and literally just this. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not trying to get fucked up. I just drink one beer. Yeah. That's it. Good. We're taught to like just nigga. 14 shots. Oh shit, bro. What the fuck?
You almost died.
Yeah. I'm trying to take 21 because I turned 21. Dude, you stupid.
Yeah, I feel like some of the people like get the most fucked up have like never drank.
Yes.
Until like, I don't know, they were 21 or they were like way out of high school.
So they're just like.
Yeah. So
it's
like
and all ties down to one thing. It's depression or something's not right in their life, man, and they're trying to escape.
Damn, escapism.
Escapism. That's a drug itself. Excluding the drug.
Excluding the drug, just escaping.
Just escaping. Anything. It can be anything. We found our drug.
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah.
Painting. Maybe science and the sky and astrology and
yeah.
Whatever you guys want to talk about. Anything.
Yeah.
That's our escape. But if you can't find another escape, then it's drugs. That's a passion.
Couple things to say upon that or about that. So, having been a former depressed party boy, where like I was just in college, dude, it was in a pretty dark place, and the way I would cope with it was I wasn't like an alcoholic that would drink every day. There's people that do that, but anytime I drank, it was like to the max. Like it was like pretty bad, and like now I look back at it and I'm just like, I feel like I wasted so much time in college where like I was a part of like the student radio station, but I never really spent that much time there. And like I could have done so much more with like radio and like DJing and stuff like that earlier on, instead of just like, oh, time to bounce, because like I got to start pre-gaming for a party. And part of it was like the depression that like I was feeling at the time, and that was my escape. And then even before that, like when I was in like high school and community college, getting back to like the younger drinking ages and people that go ham, I think part of it is like in our society, it's just like, no, don't do that. And then when you finally become old enough to do it, you're like, I'm going to do this to the max, like all the way. And just go hard every time and make poor decisions.
Yeah, I feel
And
that.
learn.
Learn, yeah.
We have to learn. I'll take both of these and put them in my mouth.
You learn from consequences.
Well, they can't bring it back around.
Well, I think
It's between us.
I think it's because we're shamed. I think we're shamed to do like certain things instead of saying like, hey, what did you learn from this? We're like shamed. Why did you do this? It's very authoritarian. Like everything that we learn, how we learn is in a very authoritarian way. It's like, no, yes. Instead of saying, actually, this is why this happened. This is how it changed the experience. Like, there's a bigger answer than just knowing yes.
We focus on the punishment versus the thought process of like debriefing afterwards, right? Like that's one thing we would do at our school when I was teaching with like students, kind of changing that model is instead of like, oh, you have detention. We didn't believe in detention, which sometimes backfired, but it was more like, let's have a conversation about why you can't yell like fuck in the middle of class out loud, and just like how, the behavior itself, right? Like when you're telling a story in like a job interview, you talk about like the behavior and the actions and all that. So bringing it back to Apple, but yeah, you know, and then and it goes back to consequences again, right? Like there should be a consequence, but I think at the same time you have to help people understand like their actions, because sometimes you know when you fucked up, you don't need someone to be like, hey, like you fucked up, like just as a reminder, like yeah, I figured it out. Like for instance, when I got a DUI, like my parents didn't say shit to me because like obviously like I woke up in jail, like I know I fucked up. They don't have to be like come down on me and like, hey, like why'd you do that last night? It's like, yeah, I was a fucking jackass and like I made a mistake. Like now I'm gonna have to live with it and like make amends and like fix what I gotta fix. But you don't always need someone to come down on you. Sometimes you just need someone to be like to maybe like help you move on from like.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, you hit it like right on a fucking nail, because like I believe as a society and as like an educational system and as everyone together, like we don't talk about our feelings, and we suppress them. We're men, right? We're supposed to like kind of be tough and tough it out, and we're walking around. But dude, talking through your problems and shit is the best thing you can do in your life. And the more you hold everything in,
I agree.
You're putting bullet holes inside of your heart, or you're somewhere in your system. And you really are hurting yourself.
I agree with that.
And to be open and be fluid like that with people, like it's really like you have to just be vulnerable and you'll feel amazing.
Yeah. I think that's why like now I want to pull it to relationship shit.
Oh damn.
Damn. No, I feel like that's why like in relationships you have to like work it out, man. Like relationships is all about work, and that's why people are like, I don't understand why I'm not working out with this girl. I don't understand why, we're breaking up and shit. It's like, you got to work at it. You got to get vulnerable. You got to say like, hey, what you're doing right now is making me uncomfortable. This is why it's making me uncomfortable. Not like, hey, don't do that. Don't follow this person. Don't talk to that person. You made me mad, and like be fucking immature about it. Like you have to have a conversation like, hey, the reason why I'm actually talking to you about this is because it's something that's bothering me, So I 100% agree with the vulnerability thing. But essentially, yeah, I mean, you have to talk about impact always.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to just talk about your emotions.
Yeah.
But in relationships, more like you're connecting with another fucking human being. You're saying, I'm trying to attempt to live the rest of my life with you. What the fuck?
Yeah,
you're contrary to what I fucking think. What the fuck? Like you gotta work that shit out. You gotta say, hey, okay, look, we need to talk about this shit because what you doing and what I'm doing, we have a little conflict here. That's it.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do is talk.
We crossing roads. Who's going first?
I don't know what I walked into.
Oh, we were just talking about like I was telling him, like we don't talk as a society, and like we don't talk about our emotions, so we don't tell people like what we're really feeling. We hold our shit in, and I was telling him like we're men and we're always taught not to talk and talk about our feelings. So we have weird relationships with our parents where our dads are like distant. It's like, Dad, I want a hug, but your dad's like, come on, you're a fucking dude, like grow the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? I don't. Yeah. I've never had that. I didn't have that relationship with my parents. Both my parents never gave me love as a child, ever. So it's weird for me when I hug anyone right now. Like me and my wife, I'm just like, it feels uncomfortable because I never received physical love. I received only like food and a place to live. Like their love, my family's love just gave me a place to live and a place to grow. But I never received like my son, my love. I love you, Dad or Mom. Dude, I've never said that to my parents. It's crazy, and we've never had that like physical touch. But yeah, you can learn a lot from it, and everyone around you. But that's why I was saying, like, you have to connect with people and talk and be open and humiliate yourself and enjoy it while you're humiliating yourself. Be vulnerable.
Fuck good.
Hell yeah. Feel good. That's the most important part.
I said fuck good.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck good. Have you? Has anyone watched Big Mouth?
Yes.
Amazing.
Dude, I feel like you are my subconscious.
Yeah, the hormone.
You're my hormone monster.
Yeah, hormone monster. There you go.
Like every time, like you're just like, dick, pussy, balls. Fuck. I'm like, oh my god, he's right. Dick, pussy, balls.
That's funny.
I fucking love that show, dude.
That pushes the boundaries.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. That's just crazy as fuck. The first episode, I was like, yo, what the fuck am I watching?
It's so on point, though.
It is. No, it's for us.
Big Mouth. That is a Netflix must see, man. I don't know. They got big mouths and they talk about fucking sex and vagina and pussy and like penis and puberty and fucking everything, bro. The scene where he was fucking his pillow, bro.
That shit was crazy.
Nigga, every fucking dude has something they fucked.
Yo, the scene.
Every dude has something they fucked.
The scene when the fucking that nigga with the glasses and was he have red hair when he came in his pants when he was kissing the girl.
Oh my god,
that shit was funny as fuck.
Bro, we should pull up the scene for them.
Yo, you know what I thought would always feel good to fuck? Like back when I was like in middle school and like just coming home like jerking off like 8 times a day and just like
shit,
going through puberty.
The raw ones.
Those little like they're called like water snakes or whatever. Those little like inflatable water things.
Oh
you know
shit!
what I'm talking about?
Remember those
inflatable.
fucking
Prize
plastic
at carnivals
things?
and shit. Yeah, like little squishy
Those
things.
plastic things, the squishy things that when you squeeze them, they go up. They're like. Hold on to this, Sam.
You get me like, as like a prize at like carnival and shit like
They're
that.
like this. Wait,
And there's a hole in
It's
the
like a
middle.
balloon.
Yeah.
It's
Wait,
a
I'll show you
balloon.
a
Oh, it's like a
picture right now.
condom.
What'd you
Essentially,
say?
no.
Again?
I think they're called like water snakes or something like that. Luckily, I never got one, but like as a kid, I was
No,
always
I
just
have,
like, damn,
6S
that's probably
Plus.
what, like sex feels like.
Oh, these things, bro. Remember this?
Yo, let's start a sex toy company right now.
Oh, remember those things?
Oh yeah, I do remember those things.
Let's sell this idea to
What
Fleshlight.
is- Nah, I don't.
That is a flashlight, dude.
That's
Bro,
what
hold on. Let me show you this one. Let me make sure the volume's not playing. Look at this.
Should we mic this?
At my workplace, I bring you the world's most inappropriate toys. The slippery snake. My boss is looking at me weirdly, but she doesn't care. So, anyways, the world's most inappropriate toy, meant to make you the masturbation master.
What the fuck?
Okay, you do that. See, the world's most inappropriate toy, which she just won't stop staring at me. She's probably gonna get me flagged, but the world's most inappropriate toy.
That nigga crazy.
Snake, everybody.
Real quick, speaking of masturbation master, what's everyone's like PR? What's everyone's record?
For a day?
Most times in a day.
What do you mean, fucked or jacked off?
I think I mean a combination of both.
Oh.
Oh damn!
I feel that.
Hybrid score.
I feel that.
Sam, you one horny nigga.
Hey man, calm down. Calm down.
That's
I am horny. My wife's at home right now waiting for me, so I really have to go fucking serve my duty as a husband.
Like,
Hell yeah, that concludes that shit.
No, I'm dead serious. I gotta go.
He gotta get to his sugar walls at home. All respect.
Yeah, guys.
Hell yeah. Tell your wife that. When you guys are getting like nasty or something, just call it sugar walls. See what she says.
Come on, I gotta do that, dude. That's weird. Because then you're planting your seed. Nigga,
what?
You're fucking my wife, dude.
Nigga, what? I've never seen it that way. Perspective, right? Oh my god.
nah, bro, he was a psychiatrist.
Holy shit.
He thinks on another level.
He's gonna be thinking of you when he says that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like sugar mom. What is it? Sugar walls.
Sugar walls.
Sugar walls.
Sugar walls. I'm gonna be like, oh shit. I'm gonna be.
I'm all up in them sugar walls. That's how you have to say it.
I'm gonna be like, am I Sam or Aaron right now?
Oh my. Nigga, you
I'll
crazy.
start acting like you.
Don't get no PTSD now. Jesus Christ. Oh shit.
Whatever, guys.
This is life, dude.
This is life, man.
This is like when we were kids talking on the street with your fucking neighbors.
Sam.
Oh man.
See you next time.
Aaron, thanks for having me, dude. The neighborhood is the shit.
Mhm.
Dude,
See you later, Sam. Let's open this shit. Holy
And then there were 4.
And then there were 4. And a ball.
And then there were
what was that TV show? Brother's House or some shit like that?
Big Brother.
Big Brother?
That camera show. We're hitting camera over.
Music
I
now.
John,
don't
what's your record? Most times in a day. Jerked
Most
off.
times in a day. See, I had trouble because I was like, I'm trying to think like, is it 4 or is it 6? Because,
500 off is good.
yeah, man, I could go a good amount, bro. I could go a good amount jerking off. I could go a good amount fucking. Like, I just like stimulation. You feel
that,
me?
ladies? Hear that?
So, like, that's it. Like, yeah. Because sometimes, too, like, you know, I would be like with my girl and I still would feel like I wanted to fuck when she was like, nah, like I'm good. You feel me? Like we would fuck, let's say like, you know, 1 or twice, whatever, and then I'm like low key like in my mind I want to fuck at least like 2 more times, and then she's like, nah, like I'm chilling. So that's when like what he was kind of saying, I'd be like, damn, now I gotta jerk off because I'm horny as fuck. Cause like it's just like the act of having sex. It's like it even turns me on even more to be like, look, yo, I just be like sometimes I'll just like jerk off just thinking about eating pussy. Cause like that's one of my favorite things. I just be like, you know, feel me? Like I just be like, damn, like when I was eating her pussy, like and I just be like bust just off that. Just like I paint a whole image in my head like old school shit. Just like. Like
Before the magazine, nigga.
Stevie Wonder, just like
Stevie
going
Wonder
like down
shit.
with my head side to side.
You stupid.
Yeah.
Wait, what topic were we on? We were still on
The record in a day. I don't know whether I did 4 or
Oh.
6, but it's 4 or 6 for me.
Bro, I'm
We'll
a
average
lazy
it to
motherfucker. You said
We'll
5?
put it at 5.
5
Well, I'll lose this one because I don't know, maybe twice or once. I don't know. I'm a lazy motherfucker.
Trash. You a
I'm
fat
fucking
nigga.
I'm fucking lazy, bro.
need to get a
It's like
water
lunch
snake.
and dinner. That's it,
Get one of those water snakes, dude. Get your numbers up.
bro. That motherfucker was really using that shit like a shake weight, bro. Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
Hey, high key about sex though.
What? Ah, shit.
I just want fucking. I think you just need to be in sync with someone.
Yeah, I want good sex.
Good sex, that warm pussy sex.
Bro, I want that shit that like I could just like chill with you like all day and like watch a movie and like order Domino's even though I know it's bad for me and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna get fat with you for a couple days, but like it can't be every day because then you're gonna
I
change
feel
my
that
life.
shit. I feel that shit.
I see some girls I went to college with that they big. I almost didn't recognize them. I was like, hold on, is that? Oh shit, she got big, dude. It looked like she just put on a fucking suit. Like, you know,
Like freshman 15 or whatever.
no, that done graduated. I'm in real
That
life.
graduate 30 that they put out.
Yeah, like I'm fucking 28. I'm going over the slump when you should be looking fine as fuck. I feel like women in like their 30s and 40s are like the baddest. Like that's when they're really at their sexual prime because they really learn like what they like and what they want. And now they're a woman. They don't act like a young girl that's like, oh, I don't know, but I'll do it. Yeah, they're like, look, I'm gonna tell you what to do. You're like, oh shit, yes, mama.
I concur.
Yeah.
That 30 to 40 age range. Even pushing up some of them with modern technology, yoga and Pilates, and proper skincare, like even pushing up into like the 50s, dare I say 60s. I do like them older. Not like, I'm not talking like granny, dude, but there's like who's like, dude, Cindy Crawford's like 60 years old. She's still looking good.
How old is
Yeah.
J-Lo now? She's sweaty bomb.
Oh yeah, bro, she up there. But like J-Lo bomb as fuck. It's like, damn, you don't age? Like the fuck?
Barbie, what's your record?
He's like,
Probably like
nobody's
4 or 5
escaping.
times.
Yeah, we're not skipping this question. All right.
Yeah, you saw how Sam swerved that. He was like, I'm out.
I wish Andy was here.
I'm gonna. Andy, dude, call him up. He lives by here, doesn't he?
Hey, and I'm gonna actually let's try
Andy's
this out.
fucking hilarious.
This is the first time we're gonna do this on the neighborhood. I'm gonna try and phone in a call.
Get Andy to talk about Rouse, bro, because that's a big thing.
This is turning into a cable access show. We're taking live calls.
Hold
and
on.
Straight
everything,
up.
dude.
Let's get this call over here, Andy. Hey, will this have playback like because of the
We're
radios?
recording it. What are you talking about?
No,
Huh?
but the like static sound and shit.
No, you shouldn't have feedback.
Come on, Andy. Pick up, bitch.
I know why he was bouncing, dude.
Just open.
By the way,
open
J-Lo's
with-
48.
48.
Damn. See, push it
Fuck.
up into 50.
I wouldn't
And
pull
she's
out.
still bad. That's that Puerto Rican shit. I wouldn't pull out.
Come
Bro,
on,
I want to
Andy.
meet the woman that I won't pull out on. Like, I'm trying to get her pregnant. Like, I want to start a family with
I
you.
will say this. Let me knock on wood.
I think I'm
but-
getting there mentally.
Hey, let me just say this.
I'm about to be 24.
Can you shut the fuck up?
I thought when I was young, by 24, I'd have 2 kids and a wife
Damn,
and a
this thing's
house
still
when I was
ringing.
young.
Yo, fuck that.
Still live with my mom.
I'll say this. Pull-out game is F right now.
Yeah, the shit you told me, that's...
You just gotta whisper in a girl's ear during sex, be like, I hope the condom breaks.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
It's another way to say I love you, right?
Yeah. She's like, what the fuck? Me too.
Hey, hold up. When the condom broke for the first time, that shit is fucking kind of scary. You're like, oh shit. You're like, oh shit. Wait the fuck. I felt flesh. I wasn't supposed to feel that. And then you're like, did I come? How bad did it come?
Oh, I feel you. No, yeah, because you'll be like, oh, god damn, that was so bomb. Like, and then like you'll be like, wait, hold up. oh shit, I want nothing on my dick. Like, and then what the fuck? Like, I remember one time too, like I was fucking and like the condom got lost like inside of her. Oh my god! And I was just like, hold up, like. I was wearing one. I'm not tripping. Like, how the fuck did it fall off? And I was like, dude, like, low key, this girl's pussy was too thick because I know she done fuck big black ass dicks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, like, my shit was rocking it, but it wasn't like the maximum. You know what I'm saying? So I remember one time too, I was like, yeah, you know, I lay down that big dick, huh? And she was like, I don't know about big, but good. And I was like,
damn.
Okay. I was like, for sure.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, bro.
Yeah. Now, but I was like, okay, at least you honest. I like that fearless feedback. But you know damn well my motions are like correct. Because when I'm coming in, I always have like those salsa hips. Like that's it. But that's it. That's all you need. You know. Apparently, you don't need like the longest dick. Because the thing is, like sometimes niggas like with big dicks, like they can't
like, do shit.
Yeah, because they're like a fine bitch. Oh, I'm fine. I don't have to know how to dance or have personality. And it's just like you just lay there and get fucked, and I can't talk to you.
Dead fish.
Yeah,
Dead fish. That's the worst.
Oof.
Looking like Patrick Star, laying under that fucking rock.
Yeah. So once upon a time.
Here we go.
In college. I'll never forget this night because I fucked up my knee. So I had a fuck buddy in college, right? Like it was a really good setup because it was just like we would never text each other until like after like 2:30. After like if we didn't find anybody else to go home with, it was like 2:30. What are you doing? And it was just like a nice casual thing. There was like no emotions. And one night she hit me up. So I was biking over to her place in the rain, and my fucking hand just slipped off my handlebar and I fell directly onto my kneecap. Fucking ruined my knee. So that's why I never forget this night. But so I get to her place. My knee is like fucked, dude. Like I don't even know if we had sex that night. I think it was one of those nights I did pass out on her a few times while we were having sex. Like just go to sleep. And then so it might have been one of those nights because I don't remember having sex, but I do remember waking up in the morning and my knee is like swollen as fuck, dude. It's like a tree trunk and I cannot bend my right leg. Like I knew like I fucked up my knee. And so we're trying to have morning sex, and I was just like, yo, but like, you got to be on top because like I can't even bend my leg right now. Yeah. And she's like, oh, but like I don't like to be on top. And I was like, what? I was like, are you kidding me, dude? I ruined my promising athletic career tonight.
This nigga said
I was about to go to the league.
He said I can't move my legs. She's like, I don't like being on top. What the fuck? My first response would have been like, oh my god, what's going on with you? What can we do you can't move your legs? She said, I don't like being on top. You're not even thinking about this nigga.
Yeah,
I just need his dick.
No, I left there and she's like, are you mad? And I was like, oh no, I think I'm gonna go home. And dude, I could like biking home, I can only push to my left leg. I was
damn.
Like,
oh shit,
fuck. It hurts so bad.
Fuck.
Damn.
And I didn't get laid.
Oh damn.
By choice, I guess.
Fuck. I know, right?
I was above it.
I mean, shit. Should I say a story?
Do it.
I fell asleep once, and I got limp dick.
It happens, man. Don't worry.
And
support group.
And it's like,
Facts.
this is how you know you don't got a
drink-
connection
don't
with
drink
someone.
too
When
much.
it's like, you get that and you're just like, damn, dude. She's like, everything okay? Actually, no. My dick just ain't feeling you.
It's not feeling you.
It's just not feeling you, you know?
Bro, you be fucking you like, you fucking dumb bitch. You so fucking stupid. I'm just fucking you. And then that's when it just goes down because you're just like, oh shit, like your disguise fell off. Like, you know, he doesn't
No
like
longer
me.
Zorro. Damn, nigga, that's
why you
so
gotta
true.
pop that Cialis. Nah, that'd be crazy. Yo, I wonder how that shit would feel, dude. I wouldn't do that though. That shit might fuck you up.
Boner pill?
Yeah.
Suppose that shit would put 2 inches on your dick.
You sound crazy.
That's a lot.
What the fuck? What the fuck? 2 inches? Your fucking dick will blow up by how much blood shooting in to get it 2 inches longer. Holy
Aaron's
fuck.
a troll. Aaron's a troll.
You're fucking insane.
He's a troll.
You know what would make
Fucking
everyone
insane.
feel better in this country? And everyone to have less of like a shitty ego and like be nice to each other? like if we got on the metric system, because then instead of
Hell
like
yeah.
I've got like a 6-inch dick, you'd be like, yo, I'm packing like 13 centimeters. I don't know, however, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So like your number seems bigger, so like people would probably feel better about themselves.
Like, yeah, man. That's funny.
Fix a lot of
It's funny.
problems.
That's the whole
That sounds
reason
way
why they
bigger,
switch.
yeah.
Oh, we'll switch to the metric system now.
Yeah.
Just for our dick size. That makes sense to Americans. Any other reason? No. It doesn't make sense that the whole other world fucking uses this shit except us.
I feel like football is another reason we don't switch. Because they're like, oh, we're going to have to repaint the
Meters
fields
and
and we're going to
shit.
do meters instead of yards. A meter field would be a little bit longer there, right?
First and 10 meters to go. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Should be. I wonder how far it would be, though. Because it's like, I know
What is it? 3 feet in a meter?
3 feet in a yard.
Oh, shit.
And then a meter's a little bit longer than that.
Shit.
Like 125
What
yards.
is it?
That's
Three
exactly why we're not switching over.
In a meter. Kids, stay in
Yo.
school. Fuck what we said about checking shit out on the internet. Because apparently we don't know shit. 3 feet in a meter. Holy fuck.
Oh, shit.
God damn.
That's funny.
Damn, I wish we were live videoing right now. This shit is funny as fuck.
iPhone 10, was it dead?
My shit died.
Trash. You can't use mine. This shit ghetto now. Yo, the 6S fucking camera.
6S.
Bro,
6S.
that shit was fire when it came out. But now you look at it, you like, God damn, what the fuck is this shit? My shit has like a default, like motherfucking like black shit, like in the camera. I don't know what's
Damn.
going on with it. And it just looks crusty, like it's dirty, but it's not. Like there's just shit over like a film. You know, like in motherfucking iMovie where you go to H film filter? That's kind of not that extreme, but it kind of has that like, you know, dusty effect.
That's
Doesn't make
tone.
sense. Damn.
Shit, dude. iPhone 6. It's a dying technology.
It is,
Yeah,
dude.
so-
Everyone,
Shit's ready to go.
those are the people who have the messed up batteries. 6S, and now some
Yep.
with the 7.
They just
But
constantly coming in, getting it replaced.
Bro, let me tell you this. It's easier to sell a 6 or a 6S right now than it is to sell an iPhone 10, bro.
iPhone is.
I'll
We
tell you
actually
that
have those
shit.
phones.
No, but it's like niggas want to buy old shit.
true.
Like a lot. So this is what
The
I
broke
realized.
niggas.
No, my phone I sold it to a Turkish dude, bro, who wanted the iPhone 6S. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna send it to my mom." And I was like, "Damn, this nigga thought like $300 was a good price for it." I was just like, "It's kind of competitive, you know, but like you could easily get it cheaper elsewhere." And he was like, "Nah, I like it." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dope.
Dude,
It's
it's just
jack.
like, because the thing is, I think it's like what we were talking about before, consumerism. It's like we take shit for granted. Like, this nigga's out in the fucking country that's still using iPhone 5, bro. Like, that shit is straight garbage. That shit came out in 2012, nigga. It's 2017. It's like, nigga, I'm finally upgrading my phone. Who do you have? iPhone 5. Bitch, what? The fuck is wrong with you? That shit is from 2012. How are you still using that shit? Oh, and I have 8 gigs. What? Bitch, like, time, in 5 years, bro, shit changes too quick. You gotta upgrade, man. But yeah,
I
like,
swear, like they force us to upgrade. No, nigga, it's just getting better. Like, you know,
Well, so I think there is a certain amount of it that is like planned obsolescence, where they're like, you know, they expect people to upgrade within a few years, so they don't make phones that are going to last as long.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, no. Me, I was just speaking out of terms, but definitely like there is some of that in it, but at the same time, like, yeah, like you said, that is true.
And it's like, why is
So,
everything?
no, but that goes back into the idea of consumerism. If we had like, I was thinking of a video game to tie this to, like on some kind of system that, like, you know, with a phone or just like with a car, like if we could repair it and like do maintenance and like upgrades like that, you feel me? Like, imagine like
If it was like modular, I think there's like some companies making like modular phones where you can take out like the processor on it and put in like a new one. Yeah,
I
they're
can-
trying to do
who's doing
that.
that?
I can tie it to video games. We need more Ocarina of Times and less Call of Duties, right? Like, no one takes pride in their work anymore. It's like
true.
Ocarina of Time's a game, like years, like I was playing that shit like 2 years ago when my landlord had an N64.
Bro.
I came down to LA, picked up my Zelda game, and then when I went back up for work, I was playing it over there, and I'm like, that's a game I can come back to time and time again, have a great time. It's a fucking beautiful, like 10 out of 10 masterpiece versus like Call of Duty, where they know kids just need something to play for like the summer so they can just like sit on the couch and shoot shit online with their friends, and then like next summer we'll put out another piece of shit, and then that's the piece of shit they want to play with then.
Fast food games.
Bro, that's so funny that you say that because Peabody, wish you were here, you little bitch. Always fucking got work. Work out in the fucking boonies and shit, downtown LA ass. Battlefront 2, there's controversy around the game, and EA's comment just hit over 10,000 downvotes. So we're talking about, you know, content. We're talking about shit actually like meaning something. You got these fucking hungry ass motherfuckers just producing games, and it's like, what? So let's talk about Ocarina of Time, right? I just bought a Nintendo 64. I haven't played it too much, but when I play it, I feel that shit. Like I just like, damn, I remember this shit. Like it feels good to play this.
Do you feel young again?
God damn. Not that I feel young again. I just feel like I feel connected to something. I feel secure. I feel good. Like there's a good feeling around it, you know? It's nostalgia. But the thing is like all these other games, I don't get that shit. It's like I gotta spend so much fucking money to enjoy you. What the fuck? This doesn't make sense. Why is there even microtransactions in a fucking $70 game? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I think it comes back to just again, like you guys are saying, consumerism, capitalism. Like the goal is not to make a good product as so much as it is to just make a lot of money off that product, right? So like everything is just like very, very cheap now. You know, like getting into like the whole like Fight Club thing, like single-use friends and single-use products and all that shit. And it's just like, you know, back in the day, things were made out of metal. I sound like an old dude, like make America great again. Like cars used to be metal. No, but like, you know, people used to buy good products, and like if it broke, you get it repaired. And now like the culture is just like throw that shit away. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like our toaster at home's fucked up. Only one side works. And I was like, the other day I was thinking like, oh, it's time to just toss it and get a new one. And I got curious, like where would I go if I needed to get a fucking toaster fix? Like I'm sure there's a number on there to call, but like I feel like repair shops and things like that. Except for like cars, but there's no like repair businesses. I feel like there used to be.
Yeah. I agree with that, and I feel this like I feel like the last frontier is Long Beach. I think in this area, because if you think of Long Beach, you're like, damn, there's so many like small little shops that don't make sense. But at the same time, it's like it does make sense for the people that live there because they all go around doing all that shit. And I'm thinking, fuck. If you think about it, like if you even think about Torrance has the ability to have that if they just allowed for better incentives. Like, hey, fuck mobile, bro. Mobile almost fucking blew up multiple times. Like, you rather have your people's lives at risk than fucking like saying, hey, you know what, mobile? Actually, you're gonna pay a hell of a lot more taxes. All these other small little businesses, if you want to create something, let's go to the city board and see how it impacts your community, and then we'll say, hey, we'll give you better tax write-offs. You know, it's like we need to just create things for the demands of the area at the time, and it should not have bureaucracy involved with it. You know, like let's take a vote. Like let's see what all these people need in this area, and this is what we're gonna provide here. You know, like it's fucking trash. It's garbage.
Dude, I love when I'm in a city where there's a lot of like small business, and this is just like something I've realized recently. Where like, you know, I'm trying to help promote more small businesses, and if it is a bigger company, like someone that's like, to my knowledge, not like a piece of shit company that's like I don't want to support like, I don't know, like McDonald's or something like that, right? Like they're just feeding people fucking trash. McDonald's like a booty call. Like, you should only go there if you're like super fucked up and it's like past the day.
I will be down for McDonald's if they scaled down. If they said, hey, you know what, nigga, we're gonna close fucking I don't know, 1 million locations, and we're gonna keep cutting them down because we're gonna give better quality service. I'm down with that. Hey, some niggas might lose their job, but whatever, fuck them. Put them in other different places. You know, we gotta learn different skills. You know, that's why motherfuckers like, I want to work at McDonald's and get paid $20 an hour. Bitch, what? Excuse me? For what? Nigga, no. Like, that's not happening. We need to just put the money where it needs to go. That's it at the end of the day. Period.
Yeah, if it's a hard topic also because it's like you want people to be able to like, make a living, and it's like you're definitely not going to do that off $8 an hour. But if you adjusted the pay scale that way, you would have to adjust like everybody else's too. Because say like they want $15 to be minimum wage, right? So if you're like working a deep fryer at McDonald's making $15 an hour, what's your incentive to go to like EMT school? Because EMT started about like $15, $16 an hour also. So like here I am, like I gotta know how to bring a person back to life, or I can just drop some fries, flip some fucking burgers, and like if someone gives me shit, I'll like spit in their food and I don't give a shit, and like some job that's like, you know, like very menial. So that's where I see like the benefits of capitalism, where it helps keep people hungry. But I think there's the consequences of unchecked capitalism, where then you get into just over consumerism, greed, and all that. Yes.
So I feel like you have to find what you're passionate about, because like if someone's passionate about like helping, save people as an EMT, they'd probably rather do that than just go to McDonald's and make the same money.
True.
Because it's not just always about the money.
True. I mean, shit. I like that. It's not always about the money, man. And I think to bring it back to what we were talking about, our parents and shit, it's like it's hard because it's especially when people always make it about the money. It's like, oh no, you got to choose something just to be successful. It's like, why can't I fucking find a toaster repair shop so I can fix this toaster so I don't have to buy a fucking new one, some cheap ass shit. It's like we have to have it's like we have to have craftsmen again. We have to have people that are just willing to be out there and like do shit. And I don't know. It's like that money. There's gonna come to a point where there's no more money. It's gonna be all like digital Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash.
Hey.
What do you guys think about this idea of like a universal basic income? Have you heard about that?
I never heard about that. Yes. Inform us, please.
So I think it's just kind of like the idea. They're experimenting with it in I think it was Sweden or no, one of those Scandinavian countries. I was watching on the news the other day. So universal basic income is the idea that like you would give citizens like a base income. So say that was like, I don't know, like $1,000 a month or something like that, right? That you would get from the government. And that's just your $1,000 just for being a citizen, just to help take care of you. Of course, Republicans and everybody like that, it's like, people aren't working for money and like blah, blah, blah. And like, why should they get free money? But they're finding in places like I think Canada's experimented with it also. They're finding where it gives people this level of comfort where like I got $1,000 a month. Like I know that I at least am covered for rent. So now I can spend my time, like Barbee said, doing something that I'm passionate about, right? Like maybe I want to start a business. I want to be a baker or something. I already covered my rent. Fuck it. Now I can go in the kitchen and like spend my day trying out recipes and things like that. So you have time to pursue your passion. It gives you that liberty. And if we're Americans and we're all about liberty, right? Like I think that's something we should support versus like just being a slave to like, oh fuck, dude, I got to go work all these
housing
hours.
is killing us, bro. Housing is so fucking expensive. And it's like this. You want that fucking beachfront property. You want to pay for that sand that keeps keeping your house safe. You got to pay that dollar amount. But I think they just need more affordable housing, man. Like, fuck gentrification, man. They're just like, yo, fuck these niggas. We don't want these dirty slop ass bitches over here. Let's go fucking build some new buildings. Let's build a nice little train and then tell the rest, get the fuck out. It's like, yeah, maybe we need $1,000 a month to pay for that fucking rent, Maybe we need less money-hungry motherfuckers like just owning all the property and saying, hey, how many motherfuckers can I fit on this 1 square block and make as much money as I possibly can, Like, fuck maximizing profit. I think, I don't know, man, we gotta tax the rich heavy. That's what I feel. Yeah. Or I feel like we just gotta drop housing costs. Like, just drop that fucking shit. But I think if you make so much fucking money in this life and you're not basically if you're in your community and you're just siphoning it, you need to get out. Like you need to provide, you need to be able to do something. Like when we went to Seattle, dude, I always talk about this story. When I went and we saw like a newspaper that was there that was talking about this old Asian dude that like what he did for his community. And I looked and I was like, dude, this is fucking, we're in little China, what was it? I don't know, what the fuck, it was Chinatown now.
Yeah, we're in Chinatown.
We were in Chinatown now and it used to be like a Japanese neighborhood. I'm like, what the fuck? But it's like he's still providing for that neighborhood even though it's changed, even though all this other shit, like you just got to keep providing. And then if once you're out, then let the other motherfuckers come in there and do whatever they need to do.
I feel like the system, because I like what you were talking about with the $1,000 base thing, because I was thinking like, yo, that really would help, so we could all do different things. Because if you think about it, like whatever we're doing right now, it's like I'm trying to get that $1,000 for the food and like bills and shit. But what was I gonna say?
It'll let you thrive instead of just survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you don't. Yeah, exactly. You're not worrying about all that other shit. I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck, what was Aaron saying?
The hard part of that, what do you think about that? On the flip side is like people that are just gonna take the money and not do shit.
Yeah, how do you weed those people out? Like,
exactly.
Part of it too is like teaching them as well. I guess like is where education would come into play, and also maybe just motivation. You know what I mean? I think if we had like more social workers in this country for like things like welfare, right? I mean, like if you're think of somebody who's like a fucking kid having a kid, right? Like if you're like 14 and you get your girlfriend pregnant, you never really grew up and became a responsible adult. You got put into that position where you need to be a responsible adult, but whether you're actually there mentally and like are ready for that task is two different things. So when I hear people get mad at like, oh, like why are people on welfare like buying their kids Jordans and shit, like all the typical bullshit you hear. where it's like, I don't know, some of those people like weren't the most responsible, and like nobody ever taught them like how to be financially responsible, like if that is the case, right?
Yeah.
Because that's typically the thing I hear from a lot of people.
They're
like,
asking a question in a frustrated tone, and you just answered it, but they never had the ability to be like, oh, that's why. Like, you asking why do they do that? Because, yeah, they never develop past that point. Because they, like you're saying, yeah, shit just happens, and then, you know, fuck, and then shit just happens.
And it's funny because the same people that are like, they're like, okay, we'll say, guess which color team as far as like red and blue in this country I'm talking about. So they're like, no abortions. They don't want you to have abortions. But then when you have the kid, they're like, yeah, but we're not going to fucking help you pay for that shit. Like, that's on you. Like, we don't want free healthcare, nothing. Like, it's your, like, it's your problem now, basically. And I think that's such a fucked up thing that, like, the conservative, like, a lot of conservative people in this country have, is we're, like, they're so anti-abortion.
Yeah.
And it's, like, again, right, like, I don't think people walking into, like, abortion clinics, like, happy to have abortions, right? Like, that's clearly not the case, but it seems like that's how they see it, where, like, oh, then, you know, you're going to have people, like, having weekly abortions and shit like that.
No.
And I'm like, dude, like, it's not like that.
Yeah, everybody, in my opinion, should have their choice on their own body. Like, everyone does. You do what you think's best, and that's it. Live with the consequences. That's it.
Yeah. I think on abortions, like, there for sure should be, though, like a time period where, like, after that time, like, you can't have one anymore.
It's like the day before it's due.
Yeah. Like,
Anything else is topsy-turvy. Go for it.
Yeah, like I can see the moral argument for that, you know, where it's like,
It's almost a person.
when it's a couple cells, it's like, you know.
Because how long does it take for you to make that decision that you don't want that baby? Like, if you're 6 months in and now you make that decision, it's like, come on, like, what were you doing those first 6 months?
And this goes to the debate of when does a conscious of you know, take place? When does that child have a conscious? You know, how does it? When does it know a self?
Dude, some people never become fully conscious in this life. I swear to God.
Shit.
People just blindly follow everything.
Seriously. Now, is that learned behavior, or is that like, or is that behavior that you know are just born with?
On that,
I think some motherfuckers are stupid.
fuck religion, first of all, because like, I thought I was wearing a sweatshirt. I have this one sweatshirt that I was so hesitant to wear it when I was working at South Coast, because like there's a lot of, it's like Trump country in Orange County over there, or a lot of people, and it's just an American flag with upside down crosses, and it just says "One Nation, No God." Shout out to Blackcraft Clothing for making that. But think about how better this country, let alone like the whole world, would be without like God, right? I get that it does like positive, like has a positive aspect with like religion, but at the same time, like the Middle East is like in chaos because of it, right? Because of like two ideals clashing. Like our God tells us to do this, but Western civilization wants this, right? And it used to be like that in Europe before, where everyone's like, you know, like, we're gonna cut your head off because you don't believe in Jesus, or we're gonna like burn you because we think you're a witch, or some shit. All like because of like the churches and all that stuff, and like it's caused
War and
so much
killing
trouble.
based on
People
religion.
follow blindly instead of thinking for themselves.
I agree with that, and I disagree with that.
Nah, fuck you, dude.
I don't know. I think when I just don't like established religion. You know, like I think all religion should just be love. That's it. It should just be love, and just too many people have utilized it as a means to like get what they want. Like the man thing, like all these motherfuckers were like, "Damn, how can I control these people?" So they mask an identity, you know, or they align with a religion. Like Trump saying, "Oh yeah, like, you know, he's trying to use religion too, and he's trying to use the past too." It's like these motherfuckers use these items to just try and control people, you know. Like I just don't like established, you know, religions, man. I don't like the whole structure. I don't like the whole like. I like, let's destabilize this shit a little bit, you know? And that's what's happening, you know? You have all this clashing because of the fact that one is trying to destabilize the other. So it's just interconnected, you know? You got all these it's infinity, bro. It's a cycle.
Let me back up to clean up my mess a little bit before the whole religious world hates me. I think... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I feel people are the problem. You feel me? And here's the thing too. I know what you're saying about the whole God thing. Like, anytime someone's saying about there's a God, somehow some kind of like figure that's like us gets elected as a God. So they're like, no, you know, that's not the motherfucking God. My God's the God, right? Like I'm right, you're wrong, and that's all trash. So if this helps any of you stupid ass egghead motherfuckers, realize that human beings are right in the image of God. So the whole human race is your God. So you should do your best to serve your God, which is your people. You feel me? All human beings, like, try to make the earth the best place and don't kill it, and do right on other people, and karma will do you right.
Yeah. So, I was gonna say, so yeah, as far as like religion, I think as long as, just my personal belief is your existence shouldn't fuck with anybody else's existence, right? Like, plain and simple.
That's some hippie shit. I like that.
And that's like, I know I'm like oversimplifying like a very complex issue of like existence and all that, but it's like, you know, with like something like, what is it, fucking gay marriage, dude. Like, people need to get over that shit, right? It's just like,
We already know.
yeah, it's crazy that like because of their beliefs that they blindly follow, they're just like so against it, and I don't know, it's incredible to me. Like
The tone and like the vibe behind it, it's like, yo, like, this has nothing to do with you. Like, the fact that I mentioned you're reacting like they shouldn't be able to get married, like you don't even know him or her, whatever. Like, yeah, it's.
You can have your belief that you think it's
But
wrong.
here's the thing, Ramon.
But let
here's
me burn in hell or whatever.
Here's the,
and let
here's
me
the
get married
thing.
still.
Here's the thing. God could take that away. He can heal. He can heal. He can heal you from your homosexuality, and the fact that you want to suck a dick, God, Jesus will take that away in an instant. All you have to do is believe. You sound fucking insane telling me this.
You can just pray the gay away, dude.
This nigga wants to suck dick. You think that's gonna change? Oh, I want pussy now. No. That's what he wants forever till he dies. He's gonna be dying. They're gonna be like, Sergio, do you want one more thing before you die? Dick. That's the last thing he's gonna say. He's not gonna say water. He's gonna say dick. Yeah,
Do people choose to be gay, or are they born that way?
Yo, born.
I heard they listen to a Lady Gaga album, and that's how it happens.
Oh shit. Yeah, I can see that.
And
Low
weed.
key. No. Oh shit.
Weed makes you gay, dude.
Damn. I guess I'm hella gay. I'm happy as fuck. I walk down the street. I'm like, hey. Yeah.
So I have some like really conservative
shit.
relatives, and so my response to that,
I knew this was coming.
my response to that has always been like, if you, I don't know, like, I think it's just the person, right? Like, that's your preference. It's not like, again, like, it's not like one day they discover like Madonna's music and like, oh, I like that lifestyle, and like I want to be gay or whatever, like Lady Gaga, or like I want to be one of her fans, and like fall into like some typical category kind of thing. It's like, that's what they feel in their heart, right? That's what they want. When people say, you know, I think it's a choice, and like quoting these certain family members I have, they're like, it's a choice, and they choose to live in sin. I'm like, think about when it wasn't accepted, and like they had to live secretive lives, and like if someone knew you were gay, they'd just be, hey, faggot, and like fuck you up on the street. Do you think they chose that? Like, you know, it's kind of fun getting beat up. I think I'm gonna do this,
bro. You don't choose who you love. You feel me? Even as like, oh, I'm heterosexual. You don't choose who you love. That shit just happens. I don't know, bro. there's something about her I fucking like. You feel me?
That's true.
You don't, so y'all stupid. Just die.
I feel like the best argument against people who say it's a choice is like, when did you choose to be straight? Right? You never did. You just were. That's like how you felt.
God made me that way.
But that's how it was.
It's like, damn, I wanted them sugar walls, nigga. I just want to be inside that shit. Nigga, I can't stand that shit. That shit is kind of annoying. I think it's annoying because it's like this. That is a good question, because I think of it like this. Damn, when I was a kid, I wanted to fuck the shit out of Princess Leia. I just knew I wanted to fuck the shit out of Princess Leia and the Little Mermaid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Princess Leia.
like, you know what I'm saying? And then like some of these niggas are like, damn, I wanted to fuck the Hulk. What the fuck? I'm like, okay.
Who the fuck said they want to fuck the Hulk? Who the fuck said that shit? I wouldn't want to fuck that big green nigga. You know how big he is, bro? He ripped your dick off in one stroke.
That's why, because you're asserting your dominance on such a big figure. It's the ultimate power trip, dude. Make the Hulk.
That's
bitch.
some Mike Tyson shit. I fuck you in your ass, you bitch. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, dude. So like, just coming back to the whole like how religion plays into that thing. Like, I just, if it's against your beliefs, that's fine, right? You can believe that it's wrong. You can believe that if I'm a sinner, I'm gonna go to hell. But when you bring that shit into like politics and start voting against it, that's when it becomes an issue, because you're making a decision that's going to affect someone else's life, and you're telling them like, hey, I know you love that person, but you can't be together. Or whatever.
Yeah, it needs to be from a humanitarian standpoint. It really does. Like, in order for us to progress, like, you have to just choose things based off humanitarianism, you know? But I don't know, how do we know that doesn't sway, right? Like, because years ago it was okay to test on animals, and now we're like, okay, this is not good. Like, you know, we coexist with these animals. These animals bring us peace. These animals are like, they're connected to us, right? And before we used to test on people, right? They fucking tested all these motherfuckers, and they were like, oh, I don't think it's kind of like okay to actually test on human beings, you know? Like, so things will change over time, and I don't know. Does religion play an influence on that? Because I don't know. It's so interconnected, and I agree with your saying. You know, like, get that shit out whenever we're talking about like realistic shit, when it like makes sense. You know, it's like when I say I can't stand savage ass niggas. It's like, yo, fall in line. You know, you have to assimilate to a certain extent. You know, you can't just consume from the past and say, I wish it was the same. No, motherfucker, ain't the same. Bitch, you need to learn how to speak English. Okay. God damn it.
You got to progress and get with the times, and, you know, acknowledge that things are going to change. Yeah.
I was going to say, fuck, I completely forgot. You need to speak English. No. Fuck. What the fuck were you talking about before that?
We're talking about religion.
Religion, politics.
Gay.
Yeah.
People turn gay. Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Oh, shit.
Hulk, religion
the
out of
Hulk's
politics.
Dick.
Yeah, separation of church and state.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know,
You ever
bro.
thought you lost
I did. I lost it.
It's all good.
Animal testing, that came up too.
Animal testing. Animals!
There we go.
Bro, dude. The fact that when you sleep with the dogs, like when I sleep with Gus and Cujo, dude, I feel so connected with them. I think people should sleep with their dogs, you feel me? And like, the dogs don't belong in the bed, they're dirty. I hate every fucking Latino in my family that acts like that with animals. Get that dog out of here. Fuck you, bitch. Get you out of here. You guys love the dog more than me. You damn right, because that's part of the pack and you ain't fucking with him, so somebody gotta go. And you the one starting shit. You the bitch of the pack. Get the bitch out. Shit. This is my nigga right here. But yeah, like when Gus, he'll roll up on me. He's like, and like, he's just like, his body's just touching mine. And when he breathes, like, I'm like, damn, like, I can't let this nigga die. Like, I have to protect him. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like responsible. Like, he's my kid. Like, and then Cujo comes in, like, he's the bigger brother. Like, hey, is he good? Okay, cool, man. I'm gonna go check if there's rats out there. And he just, because he just stares, bro. It'll be 3 a.m. He's just looking outside that motherfucking window. And I'm like, dude, like, go to sleep. That's why you so skinny. You just
always working.
He's cracked out.
He's cracked out. Like, he's up. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? That's why during the day he'll just be like all knocked out and shit. I'm like, nigga, why you sleeping? Oh, you were up all night. I forgot.
Oh shit.
Yeah. While Gus is sleeping both those times. But then when he up, he just like trying to play with you and shit.
Oh shit. Critter.
Dude, my dog's little. He's a mini savage. He fucking bit me on the nose, dude.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
He was like, I think he was kind of sleepy, and I just like came in too close next to his face one time. He just fucking shot up and like.
Flight or fight. That nigga's
Yo.
for sure a fighter.
No, dude, he's small, but like he'll like go after like any other dog, or like he doesn't give a fuck, dude. He's a little beast. He's not fixed too. That's why I think.
What kind of dog do you have?
He's a Jack Russell Terrier. So he's small, but
Those are the ones that like used to like dig for rats and stuff, right?
they're bred to hunt small game. But at least I got a cool scar on my nose now, so looks badass.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I think another thing with animals, I feel like it connects us and like brings us back into like nature and like a more primitive state, which is, I think, something we lack in society. Just going back to earlier, we were talking about looking up at the stars. When you're out in nature and you go camping or something like that, and you like look up at the stars and you kind of realize like you're a part of something bigger, and you're like one little organism in this huge ecosystem that is the world. And even bigger than that, when you can see the stars, like this whole galaxy, the universe, whatever, you start thinking bigger, and it's like little shit doesn't seem to matter as much. And you also, in and of yourself, realize that you're not like the center of the universe. Like when we walk in our daily lives, like everything revolves around us. I'm late to work. This asshole just cut me off, right? We don't care about like, fuck, maybe this dude's in an emergency. Maybe his wife's going into labor or something like that. And he's just like, he's got to fucking get to the hospital. No, it's just this guy that cut me off. Like, fuck that guy. Yeah. We don't consider the things around us. Yeah. And I think when we go out in nature and we kind of like purge our soul, and we're kind of like stripped down to like a more bare essence of ourself, and we realize we're like connected to like
How do
all
we
these
get
other
there?
things.
Get away from the city.
But how do we get there, Ramon? Because I know you've gotten there multiple times.
Yeah.
How do we get there? Preach.
I mean, one way I found, like, one of the most significant things in my life, I would say, was like doing mushrooms. Like, it was really eye-opening, dude. And I went from being somebody that was like, I was pretty brainwashed for a while, like in high school, started going to like Calvary Chapel, and I wanted to be a pure Christian. And like, I would see like my family members that made them happy. And so I was like, oh, I wanted that, right? And I became this person who now, like, if I would go back in time, dude, I would fucking beat the shit out of that version of myself. Like right now, I hate me so much for being that person. But eventually, I started like questioning beliefs, and just like really trying to like think for myself, like challenge the way as I had been raised. Because I think if you challenge the way you were raised, some ideals will hold up and some won't, right? Things like growing up like Catholic or super Christian, it's like, oh, gay marriage is bad. And then like, when do you question, like, really, is it? Like, they look happy, they're not like messing with me or anything, like there's good people. And you realize, all right, like that's an ideal, it doesn't hold up. So when I did mushrooms, I was just like that, but like times 1,000. It's like, you have all these crazy ass
What'd you see?
I don't know, it's not, I would say like the first time for me, it was more of like a feeling, right? Like there's the whole like drug aspect of it where like your body feels good, but it's just like an overwhelming feeling of just euphoria and again like interconnectedness. And that's something you also get like with MDMA and just like ecstasy and stuff like that, where when you go to a rave, everyone's just like, oh hey bro, how's it going? Like everyone's like super friendly, and like sometimes it's become kind of like a caricature of like that whole scene or whatever, but people are like super friendly, and there's a whole idea of like plur. And there's a reason why like shamans would use MDMA in like ceremonies, because you just like you strip away your ego and you just realize like, dude, we're just all people, and you become a lot more friendly, right? Like you're more likely to go up and like hug a stranger and be like, yo bro, how's it going? Like, you doing good? Cool. Have a good night. And then you just like part ways. Versus like when you see guys like bump into each other and just like, hey, like fuck you bro, and like shit starts. So I know I'm like kind of like all over the place right
No, it's all good.
But yeah, man, just like I think we have a lot to learn with like from the use of something like psychedelics, right? Like even scientists are like doing studies on stuff like that now, and like whether it's like acid or psychedelics or DMT, and like how it can benefit people with like PTSD. But having been someone that may or may not have had a lot of experience with substances that you just mentioned, I can't officially on record say it, but I've learned a lot from them.
Okay, I won't say okay. He said on record. I was about to say, what was the strongest shit that you ever tried?
We'll just preface everything with may or may not. That way
I like it.
good.
For sure. Hey, I was about to say, like, I feel it's like when we were talking about drugs. Like, I think drugs that come from the earth will help you understand that better. I feel like drugs that are man-made will somehow scar you a little bit that you weren't supposed to be scarred. Like you'll be addicted, or you'll have some brain damage, or you'll like I don't know. I just feel like the man-made shit.
Do I grow 2 inches on my dick?
Right? I feel like the man-made shit you're not supposed to experience. You're really not supposed to experience, because I see it like this. I mean, fucking weed, shrooms, like all that shit. That's why I'm trying to try shrooms and like go to like something like Burning Man or something. I just want to go where there's nature and people, and I just want to like experience shit. I just want to be like one without anything, And I feel that's the only way to be connected. And I was a fucking kid that was on Ritalin and Adderall for a fucking long ass time, and that shit fucked up my brain. I know it fucked up my brain. I don't give a fuck that it fucked up my brain. I am who I am because of that shit. So, but I know I have a very addicting spirit, and I don't know where the fuck that shit came from, and I swear to God it came from those pills.
There's like, I don't know, one way I like to think of it too, especially with like psychedelics and just
Mom told me it was your medicine.
What?
Aaron doesn't want to take his medicine. She didn't say it was Adderall or Ritalin.
I was on that shit, I would say, like, started me when I was in first grade. Maybe a little bit before first grade, they put me on that shit, and then I got off of it in first grade, and then maybe tried it again in second grade, didn't do it, and then I didn't do it for a long ass time. High school, maybe tried something, and then college I did it, and I almost fucking had a heart attack. Like, I felt like I did. I never told anyone that, but I legit, like, I needed to get off that shit.
Do you think it was the Ritalin or the Adderall for you?
Adderall for sure.
Yo, but don't you feel like a god when you take it though? I feel like you can take on the fucking world. That's it.
Actually, Ritalin was really bad as a kid. I just don't really remember it. That shit was just bad. And then Adderall is like I didn't like it. My heart, I think I have a weak heart, bro. I really do think I have a weak heart because when I get high as fuck too, I was just like,
yo,
damn.
me too. I feel
Our
shit
fucking
like
grandparents were cousins, bro. We got fucking incest genes,
like,
so our shit is fucked.
Yo, no, I feel you about the whole God shit. When I used to make my own pre-workout, now I used to like make pre-workouts with like 750 milligrams of caffeine, and I looked up like several ingredients that I collected on like bulk supplements and all kinds of like Amazon shit. So I make it on my own and I flavor it like with the Mio water shit. So when I would go to the gym, I'd be hyped as fuck, and I was like, hey man, what's up, bro? You ready to lift some weights? And I was just like, I was hyped like that. I was like, we gonna pick this shit up? I'm like, hey, Ramon, how many you gonna do on the set? Oh, I'm gonna try to go for 1 or 2. I'm like, you gonna do 5, let's go. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? And literally I wouldn't let someone down. You know, they're struggling. I'm like, come on, you got this, you got this. I was everyone's personal trainer. But like, I didn't realize that was like a problem because like when I was in Davis, like it was like turn up, school, and then like club shit, whatever, hang out, and gym. So essentially all those activities. So like it all just centered around gym, school, and when gym was just fucking caffeine time, you feel me? I was just going in, muscles getting pumped and all kinds of shit. But I feel you. So I read like online some shit essentially that if you take caffeine at high levels that it could make you like it could become like a higher form, like a stimulant, right? Especially like if it's compound with all different kind of things. And then on top of that, I started even like hitting the bong before the gym. So then I would be like fucking tweaked out on pre-workout and I would hit the bong because like when I would hit the bong, like my body's just like, oh shit. And then you take the pre-workout because you're amped. What the fuck? So dude, when you would do like a fucking like movement like chest, when I'm coming down, dude, like I'm just like, because I'm high as fuck, so I feel it all in my muscles, and then I'm amped off the pre-workout, so you just like boom, and you can feel everything and you just going fast as fuck. So yeah,
that's a good combo.
But I've taken weird shit, dude. So low key, like I think I was addicted to, you know, that was my drug. That it was literally caffeine and like it's still caffeine and weed. I be drinking, bro. They see me walk in with the fucking cold brew concentrate to work. They're like, John, what is that? I'm like, it's cold brew concentrate from Trader Joe's. Buy it for $7. You save yourself some money.
Straight up the concentrate?
I just drink that shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I take gulps, dude. I take gulps. You gotta know how, you can pour it in water, but it's the same shit. You feel me? I take that shit straight. No, I drink water. I make sure, because the thing is, bro, caffeine, I know my caffeine shit, bro. You drink too much caffeine, then you get dehydrated. You need to add water to the supply. Otherwise, you're gonna keep drinking caffeine, and then you're just like, oh shit, nigga, I'm dying. What's going on? And you diminish. But yeah, and you need to eat, dog. It's good.
In college, went to the gym, and that's when I had just I think that's when I started getting prescribed Adderall. So I had taken like a 20 milligram XR that day.
Oh shit.
And
extended release.
Yeah, and then I drank like a bunch of coffee. And I was taking C4 at the time, so I had a scoop of that.
Holy shit. Okay, so he went next level.
Yeah. And it was, dude, I went to death's door, man. It was leg day too. So you know how sometimes, even if you don't take shit, if you're squatting heavy, you just feel like the pump and you get like the head rush, and you know your blood's fucking going. And so I was going pretty heavy that day on squats, and I was doing like sets of 3s, so pushing the weight. And well, at least what was heavy for me. And I just remember I came up from like my second set maybe, and then just like racked the bar. And dude, I had like the biggest head rush, and I thought I was gonna like fall over, and like I just feel my heart is pounding out of my chest. And I was like, I do not want to be the guy that fucking dies at the gym and
That'd
like
be
end up all
insane.
over YouTube and shit, just falling over, hitting a rack.
Oh my
So I
God.
did like 2 sets, and I was like, all right, fuck, I can't
out.
work out today. Yeah.
I can't work out. Bro, the fact that you even like get to that thought process is like scary. You feel me? That when you're like, I might die. Like, and then like you're trying to keep it to yourself. Like, I can't look weak in front of the pack. I got like a wolf. You got to die on your own. So mentally, like you cutting yourself off from the room. I remember, bro, the first time I did lean, dude, I was so fucked up. Like, I was just like fucking like, I was like, at one point I'm floating just like, you know, like felt like I was on a boat, just like leaning side to side and shit. And then my face felt like it was melting, but it was like oozing at the same time. And then when I was talking to someone, I was like, yeah, man, you know, like, so like that black shirt, that's cool. Like the BCC, it's the BCC, you know what I'm saying? The BCC, what's that stand for? What that mean? Huh? What does it mean?
Was me?
Yeah, what it mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what it mean?
Black craft cult.
Yeah, so, and then I would just like pause too, and I'm like, cause bro, my brain felt like motherfucking mush. Like, if I could say anything, it just felt like a mashed potato, like underwater, just like, if that makes sense. But I felt stupid. I think lean is the stupidest shit.
All these prescription drugs that people are taking.
It's stupid as fuck, dude.
It sounds similar to ketamine.
Oh shit.
Wait, what is that?
I think it's a cat tranquilizer. It's just like
A cat tranquilizer.
Yeah, it's like a white powder.
Bro, this nigga's crazy,
It's
dude.
like a white powder. It's a pretty big.
They
Like,
use
powder.
it
You
as,
smoke
a
it or what?
painkiller, Too, I think if you have like some injury or something.
Are you
give
snorting it?
ketamine.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a numbing agent or something like that.
You snort it or what? What do you do?
You may or may not have snorted it in the past.
Oh, you snorted it. Okay.
But yeah, you snort it, and it just like it numb. You just feel like your brain's kind of numb. Like I remember the first time I did it. Me and my friend were having like this super deep, like heart-to-heart conversation at Burning Man, and just like trying my hardest to like put sentences together, and I just like could not fucking string words together for the life of me. And just like trying to say like there's really like, you know, we were talking about like emotion and all that stuff, and trying to like be really like honest up front, and I was just like, I could sort of think of the words I wanted to say, but like it was really hard to actually like get the words out, and I just felt like half of my brain was like,
Oh, fuck! Fuck!
But it's really relaxing though. It feels good.
Oh my! Oh, of course it's
You just can't
relaxing.
face it.
Half the brain's not working. Oh, nigga, we get to rest. This shit never happens. Kickback. Oh shit!
That's why I know it's like a big party drug, especially in like the UK. I think it's where it's like really popular.
Holy fuck!
And
God
people usually
damn.
do like a 50-50 mix or something, like little blow and ketamine also.
Damn.
Oh shit! So the low end.
So it kind of balances out, so you like get the feeling, but you also like get that go mode from.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah,
Damn.
fun times though. Allegedly.
Interesting.
Allegedly.
Why is everyone looking for that? Because now that I think about that, like with weed, that's essentially what I'm doing. It's like one that chill and then the coffee bring you up. So why is everyone trying to have like up and down at the same time? Why we want this
It's like
to get like in between? Like it's like, oh, equilibrium.
It's like an aspect from one and an aspect from another. I guess trying to combine.
They're trying to be in harmony. They're trying to be happy. Happy is harmony, bro. That's what it is, you know?
We trying to find happiness by not being sober.
But at the same time, we can't be down and we can't be up at the same time. We need balance.
I think an important thing too is like we were just saying, finding, like, don't try to be sober or try to not be sober so you can be happy. You know what I mean? Don't seek happiness in intoxication or like in altered states. I think being sober and being happy is like that should be your baseline. Like until you get your head straight and you're in a good place when you're sober and like okay with yourself, then you can go into like what I call like an amplified state, right? Like people I think who have like bad trips on mushrooms, it's because they have like a lot of shit going on in their life and they're like not in a good place. Like maybe they don't love themselves or whatever. They're like somebody that they love is having issues, whatever it is, like relationship, but they're somewhere mentally where like they're not in a happy place at the moment. And so I think until like you can get happy, you shouldn't try other stuff like that because you can get mind fucked.
You gonna see it. You gonna see the dark side. That's why.
Yeah, I heard it. Somebody had the phrase where they're like, "There's no such thing as a bad trip, just hard lessons that you learned." And I kind of dug that because I think sometimes that's how it manifests itself. Like there's something you're putting off and you don't want to deal with.
Yep, I feel you,
Rise to the surface,
bro. I feel you 100%. I don't have as much experience with different substances as someone may or may have not, but definitely with weed, I know weed very well, and I feel you on that. That's why some people stop because like it makes me paranoid, and I tell them I'm like, dude, you're just going like to your fucking subconscious all the way in the back, shit that you don't want to think about. That's why you get paranoid and anxiety because it comes right in your face. You're like, oh shit, I didn't want to deal with this. It's like, you have to now, motherfucker. You gonna drown it. And that's like when you high as fuck, you're like, oh shit, nigga, like, calm down. Like, literally the other day, I was motherfucking in and out. I had 2 gummy edibles and I was hitting the pen. I ate the first one and I was like, this shit ain't hitting. Like, and I'm like, fuck it. And I was like rapping with those dudes and then I ate the other one and I was like, fuck it. Then, like, when I was almost leaving and we were finishing some shit, I was like, okay, it's starting to kick in and out. I'm chilling, right? I make my order, I sit down, and then literally the second one kicks in right when I'm sitting down. And fucking all of a sudden, like, it was, and then motherfucking, like, everyone in the room, I'm looking at them, and, like, all their lines are, like super, like, high definition. So, like, as they're, like, walking by, I just see, like, too much, like line action on the side of you and shadows and shit. So I'm like, I was kind of dizzy, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I was just sitting like this, and everyone's coming by and they're looking at me because my eyes are like bloodshot red because I'm just high as fuck, just like this. And then they're like, yo, John, you good right now? I was like, yeah, I'm just at that point, when you gotta say, nigga, like, this the drugs. Like, I'm just faded, and I'm not gonna drown. I'm gonna take hold of this. Yeah, I'm a swim right now. Right now, I'm trying to tread my water. I'm floating right now to get my breath back. And then when I'm ready, right on my back and shit, I'm floating like this. So once I'm ready, I can flip back over and be like, all right, man, let's get that last 100 meters so I can get to that motherfucking wall and just grab that shit. Yeah. But yeah, like, don't panic. Like, I don't know. That's easier said than done because me and him get hella anxiety attacks. And I used to get like, bro, there was a time, dude, when I was going to be one of those bitch-ass motherfuckers that like, oh, man, I can't smoke weed, man. I had paranoia. Like, because I would smoke, and it would just be through the roof. I'm like, oh, shit, my heart. And I'd be like, yo, Mo, like, check my pulse right now, dude. Am I having a heart attack? He's like, G, calm down.
Hey,
bruv, you're fine, bruv. And then he touched me. He's like, oh my God, it's actually pretty high. Because I would get, he's like, what the fuck? And he look at it, but here's the thing too. That's why I tell you about the heart shit. Dude, you too, with the Apple Watch, sometimes we smoke, and this nigga, he's like, I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. He put the Apple Watch, that shit was like at 130 beats per second, sitting still.
It was 143.
Bro, what the fuck, dude? That shit doesn't make sense. And then when I would get anxiety, that shit would happen, and like, but then sometimes it would be in my head, so that's why I like my Apple Watch, because when I would get like that, I would just pull up the BPM thing as a reminder. I'm like, fool, you fine. Stop, you're being fucking retarded right now.
Apple Watch says lies.
That breathing app shit? Ooh. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's, like you're saying, it's easier said than done sometimes, but it can definitely be done where, like, if you're, whatever you may or may not be on, is kind of starting to go south, where you can just, like, kind of talk to yourself and get yourself through it. I've had at Coachella, there's a few times where I ate some mushrooms and one time I just ate like a whole eighth to myself and just started walking around, and then there's some shit on my mind, and eventually it kind of came to the surface, and then it just hit me. I was like, I'd been with friends, and I just decided to go off on my own. I just started randomly getting anxiety, and it was all these emotions hit me at once. It was anxiety and being in this crowd, tripping hard as fuck. And then longing for my friends because oh, they're all back at camp. I kind of want to go hang out with my friends again, and whatever other shit that was kind of lingering, depression and stuff in my mind. But I just kind of talked myself through it. I was just yo, wait, you're at Coachella. It's a beautiful day. You're fucking feeling great as fuck right now. You just had some mushrooms. Just take a walk back to camp and go say what's up to the homies. Go back and have some beers, whatever. And I was able to balance out. Whereas I've seen another friend who was supposed to be here today, Mr. Peabody, one time he may or may not have consumed some fungus, and I saw him have a really bad trip, and I can't speak to what was going on, but it was one of those where with mushrooms there's sometimes a very heavy onset, and you kind of get some stomach sickness going on. And I was trying to talk to him, just yo, focus on something else, focus on the sound of the music, whether you gotta close your eyes and start tripping out to that, or we sat him down and there was this huge butterfly and the wings were made out of little paper squares and Post-its, so they're floating in the wind. And I'd been there and I was just you gotta just focus on something else, but that's sink or swim right there at that time. If you can distract yourself from it.
Don't you feel like niggas that have experience with those experiences, they have a willpower in the mind, because it's like you said, focus on something else. That shit might be hard, but it's you really have to be on some meditation shit with your mind.
Yeah, that's all it comes down to. I think being strong-minded and talking yourself through it. There was when it was the last Coachella I went to, same thing. Ate a lot of mushrooms and I was walking around, and I had anxiety about the whole job hunt thing, because I just finished grad school and applied for teaching jobs and didn't get hired, and it was already gonna be the end of the school year, and most of my classmates already had jobs lined up, and so I was kind of feeling down because of that, and then also just the anxiety of well, I'm in the hole for another 50 grand at USC or whatever, and time to start working, but nobody wants to hire me. Great. And so I started having a really bad trip too. All this anxiety hit me, and just feeling sorry for myself and all that. But same thing. You just talk yourself through it and yo, make this into a positive experience. You're here to have a fun weekend with your friends, whatever it is. Listen to some epic music, and just get positive again. And if you can do that, it shows that you're headstrong, and also like, I don't know, kind of gives you confidence that like if you do experience it, you know you'll be okay. That's why I'm more inclined to like really like try to help out my friends now when I see that happening, because like I kind of know, like, not that I'm like some guru master or anything that knows all the meditation tricks, but like I feel like, you know, when I see shit like that happening, I can like feel confident going to talk to somebody and like kind of helping them hash out those issues if they want to, or like helping them improve it.
You're a shaman.
Yeah.
I'm a shaman.
He is. He's Gandalf, bro.
Yeah.
No, everyone needs a Gandalf, bro. I had K-Show, dude, when I was like smoking with him and I had an anxiety attack and he was there and then he was looking at me like, you know, what the hell's like, and I told him, I was like, no, I get anxiety. He's like, literally, he's like, I want you to think about nothing. And I was like, what? He's like, think about nothing. And I was like, I don't think I ever thought about nothing. Because even when you're thinking about nothing, there's always something, right? Like, I gotta take out the trash, you know, like some shit that pops in there. So literally, like, I sat there, right, and he's like, slow down your breathing. Slow down your breathing. And slowly, as you slow down that breathing, you're gonna feel the warmth. Because I was like, K-Show, I can't feel my hands. They're numb. They're cold. He's like, I sound crazy as fuck, bro. I'm just in the kitchen. I was like, because I'm like, yeah, K-Show, we can smoke. You know, I'm all about that. Take one hit. K-Show, I can't feel my hands. Because that's how bad the anxiety was. That, like, literally, bro, like, I would become a bitch from smoking. I never was like that. Like, I would hit it and an attack would just like, come in. Like, you feel me? The devil standing right there again. Jerking off his shit. Oh, fuck. No, so I would just be like that. And he's like, slow down the breathing. You're going to feel the warmth come into the hands and the blood moving. Like, that shit sound biblical the way he was saying it. I was like, damn, Kish, okay, but like on some Buddha shit. And then he says, think about nothing. I sit there and like, I close my eyes and I try to think about nothing. And then as I do that, though, I really did calm down. And now that's some shit I definitely do. Like, at one point, bro, I look crazy as fuck in the gym. I was in the UFC gym. I was high as fuck, dog. And then I went in there, and, like, I've been, like, you know, stretching and shit, you know, because I'll be hitting the bag and whatnot. So, like, I was stretching for fucking 10 minutes, dude. 10 minutes, and I had my eyes closed, and I thought about nothing. I really reached a point of meditation. I don't know if it was because I was high, but at one point, I kid you not, and, like, I really believe, like, I have my third eye open. My fucking, like, my eyes are closed. You know, like, when you close your eyes, you can still have a perception of these two eyes like this, right? So, like, slowly these eyes started combining. Like, I kid you not. They started getting close. The more I focused, like, on nothing, they kept, like, coming closer, like, to, like, the sun and the moon. And this shit went like this, and then it fucking, like, came together, and, like, I saw, like, this weird fucking color light that was, like, fucking, like, I don't know how to, you know, like, when you look into the light and, like, you see that purple and the star, like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you, oh, shit, like, I'm blinded. Like, that shit was that was the circle of, I think, was like my third eye, and I was just like fucking just like focused on like nothing. I felt like in my head I was in space. Like, I'm just floating in space. Like, imagine me like on some crazy shit. Like, I'm in a motherfucking like full lotus just floating in space, just like chilling. That's how I felt in my head. And then when I opened my eyes, I was just like calm. Like, I felt good. I was like,
That's some deep ass shit right there, dude. Like, you experienced what I like to call just the other side of like perception, you know? Like, you went past the doorway into the other side. I think a lot of people haven't been there in this country. People want to speak about drugs and like why they're bad, but I'm like, yo, until you've been to that other side and you experience some shit like that, like, where, you know, you think like there might be more out there or whatever, in that altered state. I think a lot of people don't understand, like, you can, like, I'm sure, did you have a positive experience after that? Like, after coming back from that?
I did. I could tell you, too, because my parents, like, you know, we grew up hella Christian, too, you know, and the drug shit they don't like, right? But, like, with the whole weed thing, too, yeah. I did have a positive experience from that. And also, too, like you said about, you said there's no bad trips, about, like, there's lessons. Like, I told one of my friends that, too, at work, that I was like, I tell Aaron that all the time, I like taking edibles because I feel like I see the devil. And, like, I always go through, like, bad shit, but like I told you, something in my head and it's something I have to deal with, then I learn. But I go through bad shit, but in the end, it's always a positive outcome that's like, oh, I need to do this. I need to be like that. Or, you know, I should have done this different, or I could do this, or, you know what, that was right. You know, any kind of shit like that. Essentially, it might be just guilty conscience that makes me even get to that state, you know, and then address it.
Yep.
What about you, Aaron? Get to the other side.
I don't know, man. I felt something once. I don't know if it was like that. See, this is why I don't know if this is everyone's experience. I remember I was sitting in my room and I was like, dude, I need to meditate because I don't know if you guys can see I lost 25 pounds. I've been fucking stressed out over I don't know fucking what reason. I'm trying to get to that point where I could see the darkness and like fight it. I'm getting there. But there was a point where I was sitting in my room and I said, you know what, I'm going to grab these crystals. I grabbed this like petrified wood and I had like this love crystal on me and I was like standing there and I was just like high key. I burned so much fucking Palo Santo wood in my room. I was just inhaling smoke the whole entire time and I got high as fuck, dude. And I was laying on my bed. I was laying on my bed, bro, and I was just laying there and I was just like... I was just thinking about everything. I was like, what is driving me to have these insecurities? And I literally felt my head go like this, bro. It felt like an eye opened up. Like I could feel that motherfucker just like, bam, open up. And I was like, oh. I felt like that nigga in fucking Dragon Ball Z with the third eye. What was his name? Tien or some shit like that. I felt like that, bro. I was like, when that nigga shot like a beam, I was just like, I felt that shit. And I was just sitting there and I was just like, damn, everything I'm being insecure about is linked to my past. I said, I need to face this shit now. I said, I just need to let go of all this shit right now. I need to just cut that side out. I said, that's the only way to grow. So I knew that was like a pivotal moment in my growth where I was like sitting there and I felt that shit just spread wide open. I was just like, damn, I see it. I see the actual behaviors now. I see myself. Like I had an out-of-body experience, if that makes sense. Like I legit saw myself and I saw the behaviors that I was exhibiting and I was like, I'm reliving everything and I'm there. I'm there. It's like in Game of Thrones, like when that nigga who can't fucking walk, what's his name? What it don't matter, but
the old guy?
Brandon? Is it Brandon? Yeah, Brandon. When Brandon fucking had that, he's like, Father! And Father turned around, that's like, it was like that. Like, nigga, I was there, and I could interact, but I didn't. I just observed and I listened. Because, like, I always say, like, the number one thing I'm learning this year is to listen more. I gotta do that shit more. I gotta learn. Mm-hmm. You know, the only way you learn is you have to listen. Like, especially, like, I don't know, we're in a society that everybody just wants to, like, be heard. You know, and I do have that problem with being heard, like, and I think it's just because that's what I found out in that experience. I was like, there's a lot. Why do I always want to be heard, motherfucker? Why do I want to be acknowledged? It's because I never received that shit as a child, you know, in terms of like actually having a voice. You know, niggas will be like, yeah, you had attention. No, but it's not the attention I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So like, I realized something of my past and how to like correct the future or the present, so that I have a better future. So I feel like when motherfuckers like you said, they just need to face something. Like when they say bad trip, I feel like I've been having bad trips all year, but it's not that. It's just like I'm learning this whole fucking year. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm dying. No, like high key, like
yo, but that'll make you like people don't want to go through shit. That's the thing. They don't want to get uncomfortable.
You gotta be uncomfortable.
That's why we have drive-throughs, bro. Because niggas don't want to get uncomfortable. Damn, my fat ass gotta get out this car, pick this burger up, and jump back in and drive home. Hell no, I'm just gonna get DoorDash. That's the ultimate fat ass nigga.
Hey, nigga, I do that shit often.
Yeah. Nah, that's okay. You ain't fat. But like, if you're some of the niggas that I delivered to that were fucking like huge, like niggas waddling to the door. You feel me? Like, oh my God, I helped this guy today, bro. I opened this shit up. First thing I saw was Pornhub. Not to discriminate, but like, his keyboard was like very like, it was crusty, and He
looked nasty.
I don't want to go there. He had some he was disabled, but I was like, I guess he got to stroke it too, bro. You feel me? Like, I was surprised because his dude is like, his one hand was like this, like, and I'm not trying to be fucked up, but literally like the hand was like this, and then the other hand was like another. I'm like, this one I guess he could cup like and like jerk off like that. But literally, I was trying to figure out how does this nigga jack off, like, because the way his hands are, like, you know, they're kind of a certain, you know, deformed in a way. I was like, I was just shocked. But that's it. But I'm like, yeah, I jerk off too, so he probably needed to jerk off as well. But yeah, I was just surprised by it. It caught me off guard. That's all I'm trying to say. I never could have imagined that.
I don't know how the fuck we got there.
No, because that was what happened. Like in the day, I was just like, "What the fuck?" But
Nigga, you faded.
it was fucking. It was just weird because I could visualize it right now. I don't think you guys understand. Like this,
It's burned into your memory.
it's burned into my fucking memory. Like I was disturbed because I was just like, and I'm helping this nigga get a track pad, and I'm putting it back in his backpack. I'm like, God damn, like.
What am I touching?
I don't know what I washed my hands right after that, but I was like, I gotta help my nigga, bro, because like, you know, he wasn't born like I'm born with an advantage that I can't even imagine how this nigga jerk his dick off, but he find a way like I'm gonna do this. If I was in this position, I'd be like, I'm fucked. He's like, I'm good. I'm still busting nuts. Like he has a positive mind state because you know someone with muscular dystrophy, it's like. Damn, bro, you know, John, a guy that we went to school with, like me and Charles, like our age group, he died at like 14 years old from that. And like we watched him slowly like decay over the years, dude, and like literally become like this in his wheelchair. And I was like, fuck, man, like he didn't even get a chance to live, dude. That was his life.
Yeah, that's something I feel like a lot of people when you're feeling down, that's something you could always go to, just like reminding yourself of how fortunate you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like times where, when you feel like times are rough, even just like the littlest thing where it's like, dude, it could always be worse, or you could always be in a more difficult or challenging position. Like, I don't know why this like triggered me one day to like have this thought, but I was watching National Geographic or something like that, and they were doing like a report where they're like in New Delhi or somewhere in India where they're just like, you know, they're like living and like there's like a lot of trash everywhere and like the river's like disgusting and they gotta go bathe in the river and like kids have to like dig through trash to get food and stuff like that. And like I was just like, I've never had to deal with that. Like I just had that sudden realization where it just came over me, and it's just like, dude, I'm born in America. I'm like for the most part like healthy, except for my knee I ruined that one night. But I got my health. I live in like the wealthiest country in the world.
Why'd you hurt your knee?
When I fell off, when I was biking to that girl's place.
Yeah, but why?
Were you out for that story?
No, I was there, but why?
He fell off his.
I
feel
fell
like
off my bike when I was.
I know you fell off your bike, but there's probably a reason why you fell off your bike.
Oh, it was raining that night. I still was like pedaling, standing.
But
up
what was going on in your life? Like, is your knee really fucked up or what?
Like when I squat, it feels like my kneecap is like.
Ramon, you don't just fall off bikes.
No, like I wasn't trying to do a trick.
On some Jedi shit, everything happens for a reason. The Force took you. The Force took you to that woman in that relationship, and the Force made you fuck up your knee for some kind of reason.
I think it was telling me to end that. Maybe that it wasn't a.
That's true, because then you didn't end up having sex, and then
Right, the way that she
then
said
what
that.
happened, and then what happened later.
I think we'd hung out times after that. Maybe.
Never mind.
But that was like the first time I was like, all right, maybe that's to make me question it. Should I be going here?
Interesting.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet again?
Like walking home drunk down Frat Row. And we were walking home from the bars.
Oh shit.
And we just started like chatting it up. And then there was some like couple walking by, and we all started chatting it up. And then me and this girl just ended up going home together.
Did she come for money?
Her dad was a professor at USC.
So money.
I was gonna say he was at USC.
Oh yeah. And then I'm not sure what her mom did, but I think yeah.
I'm trying to think how she might be because I met like a couple like, you know, like rich girls from like USC, and I was like, yo, like these bitches are like fucking bitches. They're like, yeah, my dad has like 3 Porsches and you know I know E40, and I'm like, bitch, who the fuck are you? They're like, we the baddest bitches at USC. I said, who elected you? Cause you fucking average, like motherfucking piranha coming out. I don't want you to suck my dick. You chop that shit up.
No, she wasn't like that. She was super down to earth. She was
dope. That's
she's
dope.
also good. She's pretty chill.
Also good to know people are dope.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
Oh, he died.
I concur.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah, don't know.
But yeah, man, just
She was from the South Bay.
yeah. Going back to counting your blessings.
She's from the neighborhood.
What, you blasted
Don't
what?
have her on the podcast.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, just going back to counting your blessings and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
That, you know? So, yeah, when you really stop to think of it, and you're like in a fortunate position, just being like, I've got my health. I live in like this great country, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a job.
Yeah.
I have a job.
Wait.
I hate my job. Nigga, you have a job.
Nigga, let me say this. Hold up. Ramon didn't get to introduce himself. And here we are. Ramon needs to introduce himself.
Oh, great. Thanks for coming in 2 hours fucking later. Fucking dimwit.
I'll remain nameless. People
Right.
have to figure it out.
Because if you don't know, now you know.
It
nigga.
may or may not be Ramon.
Just play. episode 5, whatever, featuring celebrity guest. And then just leave it
It's
blank.
episode 8.
Create a lot of hype. People think it's someone else.
Holy fuck! What the fuck did you eat?
Nigga, they gave us tacos at this fucking meeting. Refried beans.
Damn. You got tacos? We got a motherfucking bagel, chobani yogurt, and
That's high key trash.
and banana.
I read those yogurts are good though. I like
Yeah, yogurt's good.
Yeah, tacos are pretty.
What the fuck?
Because they had their meeting at night or in the morning. We had ours at night
Why'd you have it at night?
because that's what we voted for.
Oh, that's dope.
democracy.
We voted.
Yeah,
At
you
my
niggas-
store, we don't vote. It's what Brendan wants.
We got to take this off record
That
now.
was funny. Oh shit! Right?
A lot
Hello.
of it could honestly be off record.
You just bleep a lot of
Barbie
Barbie.
said, I need job security, nigga.
Speaking about, I have a job. That's one
Wait a
blessing I
one
want to
second.
keep. That's a blessing I
Barbie
want to
said,
keep.
I just got recognized at this whole fucking meeting. You better fucking cut this shit now.
These niggas ain't gonna find this shit. The only time they'll find it is when we blow up. And it's already like, I quit, nigga.
It's not about them. It's like other people too.
Facts.
Who?
Anybody.
Public.
I don't know. Like
Oh, public
anybody
information.
that knows about
Public.
it.
Yeah, they walk in the store. Oh, it's this guy.
That's alright, dude.
Or
We'll,
someone that doesn't like you or want. Yeah, you know.
we'll be dead by then because we're too woke, and the men in black are gonna.
Hell
Facts.
yeah.
They're gonna abduct us.
I swear to God,
You
I
keep
heard
talking
them.
like that, Ramon.
I heard them fucking knock on my wood. I mean, on my wood.
What the fuck?
Knocks on your wood. Yeah.
I heard them knock on
They
this
on your
thing.
dick?
I heard something knock on this shit. I
It
got
could be a
freaked out.
rat.
A rat.
Bro, when I'm in here by myself at night recording at 2 a.m, dude, that's why, and I'm high as fuck. Dude, I experienced some crazy shit in the garage, bro. It's like on some Dragon Age, like I'm opening up the Fade and I'm like, holy shit. At some point, no, I kid you not. I have recording sessions at night that I'm like, John, you need to get in the house right now. Like literally, it's like God's telling me like, nigga, stop playing. You keep playing with this, like you gonna let some motherfucking demonic spirits in this bitch, and I'm like, nope, go. Like, and I leave. Like, I'll just drop everything and just go. Like, that's
What if this
it.
shit is left in here? Dad's like, yo, why is this shit left
I'm
in
like,
here?
nope, I had to go. You don't understand. You don't know what was going on. Shit.
Woke.
Too woke, man. You guys, do you believe in demons and all that stuff?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I believe in good and bad spirits.
I've seen a demon before.
I felt the vibes.
I seen one. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
What
And
did it
this
look
was
like?
when I smoked some fucking shit from Mexico, bro. That's how I know this shit wasn't all natural. You know what I'm saying? I legit smoked with my fucking coworker from El Pollo Loco. This nigga was like, I don't even know. He was way too much. Went to this place over here by Carl's Jr. Is it Carl's Jr.? Whatever. The one that's right there by Target. Heading towards Gardena.
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box. He lived around over there. You take Van Ness all the way up. Anyways, I went to his house and we smoked this shit, and I was just like, oh, I guess so, it's alright. But then, like, I had to drive home, right? And I drove home, and everything was chill. And then I got in my room. Shit was too quiet. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Then when I laid on my bed, bro, I swear to God, I saw on the opposite side of me, like, something looking at me. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Why is it looking at me? I literally threw the blankets over my head, and I went underneath the sheets, and I was just like, oh my, like, on some Goosebumps type shit. You know, like, when you watch Goosebumps, you're like, oh my God, I don't want that to happen. You check underneath the fucking table and shit, and you're like, or underneath the bed, and you're like, oh my God, nothing's there, okay, everything's safe. Like, I was like that. I was like, nigga, I didn't get underneath these fucking sheets and not fucking... do I feel them? Oh, they're not here. Like, that type of shit, dude. I was just like, that was a trip. I was just like, why the fuck is this, like... I still to this day don't know why I saw that.
What if it was your guardian angel? Just really fucked up looking.
Yeah. You don't know. They don't know what it is. It's just someone's there. Like, it's funny. I've always known since I was a kid someone was there. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been woke since I was a kid, but I didn't unlock that shit.
Nigga said I've always been woke as a kid.
I didn't unlock that shit till I smoked weed. Once I smoked that, I said, "Oh shit!" Like, you know, like that, like you, like hypersensitive when you like, you felt that?
I need that shit
It's
to
an
calm
earthquake.
down, bro.
We're like, Aaron, what the fuck you talking about? It's an earthquake.
Barbie said, low-key, I'm tired.
Earthquake.
You got work tomorrow? 9 a.m., 8 a.m.? 8 a.m.?
Yeah, it changed. I think.
Damn, dude, they need to stop changing.
don't
Shut
even
this
know
shit
when-
off.
Yeah.
Okay, this concludes the neighborhood, y'all. Off the record. Let's close this shit just so we, in case we leak shit out. Yeah, I'm tired. They changed the schedule or what?
I think so.